Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry, we're running a little late this week. This is the episode that almost wasn't. Long story short, I bought a new computer. The BIOS was corrupted, and I lost everything. All my files, all my 3 years of podcast files. I was devastated, to say the least. And then suddenly, they just appeared? Someone's looking out for me. I know. Well, we hope you enjoy the show a day late. My apologies. And here we go. Take care, everybody. Hey, all right, guys. I'm sorry. I finally got all the technical difficulties are squared away. Let's get ready to podcast.
I gotta go.
What? You just got here, man. Come on.
Something really important, ... came up.
Wow. Oh, I think this is your, like your sixth visit on our show? That's how we are to you?
Could have been.
My bad, man. Top Golf was awesome tonight. I had so much fun.
Is that why you're fucking late?
I was running big time late. What? Sorry, guys. My bad.
Did you at least do well?
Yeah, I was on top of the leaderboard the whole night. Yep.
Damn. I'm more of a bottom golf guy myself.
Well, it didn't help. I had a bunch of nerdy little gamers I was going against, and they all don't know how to golf. I was driving 200 to the net.
Do you want to break it to him, Hazel, or should I?
That's not very impressive when you say it like that.
I think you might also be a little nerdy boy.
I'm nerdy?
Oh, well, there's that too.
I might be a little bit of nerd. Yeah, sure. But I'm a sports nerd.
You run a Destiny podcast.
Hey, man. That's a cool thing.
Yeah, if it was about strippers.
No, that's a good podcast. Can I find that?
Oh, my God.
Guardian down.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Thanks for spending time with us today. Welcome to episode 159 of Guardian Downcast, a Destiny podcast. If you love to play the game Destiny 2, then you've come to the right place. We're a couple of gamer dads that have played since day one, back in that release in 2014, and we're just about as passionate about it today as we were back then. We not only seek the stories of Destiny content creators, but we're a podcast that gives a voice to the stories of our Destiny players out there. And who knows, maybe you'll relate to one of those. We also discuss key topics and news within the game. We're the show that asks, what would you do if Bungie assigned a team for you to make Destiny content? I'm your host, The Gator, and my co-host Hazel is here as well. Hey, man. How's your week been?
My week's been okay. I would like to have forgotten most of events that have happened this week.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's definitely move on. Yeah, just got back from Top Golf. First time ever doing that. It's so much fun, man. I don't know why I haven't done this earlier. It was awesome. It was my daughter-in-law's birthday tonight, so sorry, running a little bit late today. But yeah, it's definitely got to do it again. My wife says, it's half off on Tuesdays. I'm like, really? What you doing Tuesday then? Anyway, I am trying to learn how to use a video editor. So I'm learning how to use DaVinci Resolve in real time. I'm taking online courses. So, yeah, it's been a really, really busy week. And other stuff in the Discord aside, it's been a week I'd rather just move on from. So, but we have a real treat tonight as we, draw names and listen to our question of the month entries. He's our favorite streamer of game shows, tournaments, hell, whatever shenanigans he decides to take a part of for the night. He's created a wonderful community and is a real light wherever he decides to stop by. It's Mr. ElmmerFuddGames. Hey, what's up, Fudd? How you been, man?
Hey, in your video editing software, do you have to do any coding?
Don't get me started with coding. No, it's all intuitive. No coding involved.
It's all easy, right?
Well, just because of what it's called. I was just really hoping for some... Yeah, this is a Da Vinci Code joke.
Oh, I see now. I just now got that.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Wow, we are podcasting. Huh?
I am slow. I'm slow tonight, man. Geez, sorry about that. Oof.
I forgive. We're going to move forward. This is going to be possibly the best show you guys have ever recorded.
Oh, great. I love it. Well, speaking of that show, this is what we have lined up tonight. First, we're going to catch up with our pal Fudd here. He's a busy guy these days. We'll also talk about our Destiny activities, go over this week at Bungie for the 11th week of Season of the Haunted. Then we're going to go through and answer your questions. Yeah, you guys out there from our SpeakPipe and our Discord server. Finally, it's our special question of the month episode where we're going to hear what answers our community came up with to the question for July, which was, if you had a small team of developers that Bungie assigned to you, what would you do with them? We'll listen to those, and we're going to draw numbers and award cash and prizes tonight. We're going to hear a lot from our community, and that means it's another busy show. So let's roll.
Thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what pics our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com for all the contact info and where else to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Man, don't or me. Hey, Guardians, and while you're at it, follow our Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. We post those links in our show description every week.
So check us out, and later, Guardian.
Toddles! Well, Mr. Fudd, hey man, you had messaged me a few weeks ago, and we were just got to talking and stuff, and I said, man, why don't you come back on the show? I know it hadn't been too long ago, but we need you back, man. So, how you been?
I appreciate that. No, I absolutely love being on the show, any show really, but especially with you guys.
Thanks, man.
It's always chill. It's nice to catch up. The community's great. Questions are always a good time. Feedback makes me smile throughout the week because you have a very hands-on community, and it's very fun to watch.
It is. It's definitely changed quite a bit over the last year, I would say. Wouldn't you say, Hazel? It's been, it's been really crazy, and it's like we had another new member today pop in. It's like every day. I'm loving it, man. I love our community. Yeah. It's so cool. And hey man, you got a great community over there too. I visit when I can and say hey, and it's like you guys got so much going on in that Discord, man. I can't keep up.
Well, it's so funny because there'll be a couple of days where nothing happens. I'm like, oh man, what did I say something? And everyone's gone. And then it's like, I wake up and there's already 8 pages of stuff in every channel. I'm like, what happened?
Exactly. Yeah, I hear you, man.
I get tagged.
Yeah. It's a nice problem to have when you can't keep up with the Discord. Like that just feels good. When it flows without your input, because we have all been there, especially when like your show first started, you guys are having to post stuff constant, kind of get conversations going. And now like you can wake up and there's already, 32 good morning messages and conversations in every channel. And like when it's kind of flowing without you, that's a good feeling,
Yeah. And what most people don't know is every morning, anybody who says good morning, I give them a fist bump emoji. And I've done that every day. And it's just my way of saying, hey, I see you. Thanks for saying good morning. And, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You've had a community longer than us, man. You've had a community for what, 5 years now? How long have you had your Discord?
Jeez. Longer than a month and a half. I know that for sure. I can confidently throw that number out there. Right. It's probably I didn't have a Discord when I first started streaming because I didn't think that would be, I was like, oh, that's what weird people do, Mm-hmm. And then very quickly I was like, oh no, there's good reason for this. So it's probably, I think I've been streaming for 4.5 years. We've probably had the Discord for 4, maybe 3.5, something like that.
Twitch.tv/ElmmerFuddGames, by the way.
MMDD.
Absolutely. And your TikTok game is next level, man. You got a lot of TikToks, whatever they're called. But yeah, I need to get better I've been kind of slowing down on that. I need to get better at that. Thank you. I needed that. Yeah, man. It's happening.
What does it take to make a Discord like what you have?
It's all about honestly, it's just the right people. At first, I made it and brought some people that were regular viewers in, and invited like, hey, what's up? Let's jump on in here. And, it was super, super slow. You're having to post every day, like, hey, what's going on? What games everyone's playing? And getting nothing in back. But once you start you bring the right people in who want to carry conversations and don't want to get pulled into it. People who are, a good mod team like you guys have, some fantastic people minus Rurunga, who, really know how to make people feel welcome and really pull through. But I know probably the best thing would be to start a Discord like before COVID started, because that's when everyone had nothing to do but talk in Discord. That helped a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we're past that now. So anyone starting one today, good luck. I don't know what to tell you.
You have a streaming community and a Discord community. I guess what Hazel's trying to say is, help us, senpai.
You don't need my help. You guys are killing. You like
about us?
Yeah. You guys don't need. I need help from you guys.
No,
please. I gotta go look. I gotta go look at this now.
Are you kidding me? Because you were our role model, man. Before we even started podcasting. In fact, you were the very first show to say, hey, come on, guys. Tell us about your podcast. We weren't, I wish I was desperate enough to go around, but I didn't even know I could do that. And you just contacted us out of the blue and said, you said, welcome to the community. You're the one who said, hey, come on our show. Let's see if we can get you a little bit of, some exposure here. And man, what a good start to podcasting to have such open arms, I was blown away.
It's one of those, like when we first started our show that we will eventually record again. And I think I said that last time I guessed it and the time before that. Jesus. But, I remember when we first started, I think it was, what are they called? I'm opening up my Discord channels to look at them all real quick. Destiny Addicts.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah. Bushman and all them. Like when we first started, I think we'd done like 4 episodes when they reached out and were like, hey, we noticed, you're a new podcast on the scene. Would you like to come on, talk to us about the game, and get your name out there? And we were streaming from my PS4 using my headset, and I was so excited to be a guest on another podcast. That's when I went and bought my first microphone. I was so excited. When I went on their show, I didn't know how to do settings in Discord, so I used my camera microphone instead of the one I just bought.
God. I'm sure they appreciated that.
Yeah. So the whole thing is, but no, I knew how amazing it felt to have that happen to me, and from there, other people were like, oh, hey, we heard about you through these guys, we want you to be on our show and get to know all the communities and whatnot. It's like, it felt so good. It felt wrong not to try to do that myself, So when you guys first popped up, I was like, yeah, absolutely. The chance to pay that forward in a way. And now you guys have blown up to insane standards. You guys are huge.
Oh man, thanks. I'm humbled. And we've done the same for folks in our Discord who have decided to make podcasts too. I've been on a few shows. I think Hazel has too. And
exactly.
we try to pay it forward as well.
People on here too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well, last time we spoke to you, you were, I'm sure, I don't know if everyone doesn't know, but you live in the Colorado area and you were on vacation. Did you vacation? You went camping. Did you go in Colorado? Did you camp in the mountains?
Oh, yeah, we, camped in the mountains that time. This last week, actually, we just got home yesterday from another camping trip. So it's perfect right there. Look at us staying on par there. But yeah, we went for a 4-day trip up in the mountains here. Beautiful, beautiful campground we'd never been to. It was like a 20-minute dirt road into the middle of nowhere to get to it. So like no one was there. Very well maintained. The campground host was awesome. We had like a moose and a baby moose come like walking through camp and like fed on grass like 20 feet away from us and like just hung out. There was this beautiful hiking trail that went to like 4 different lakes in the back country that like hadn't been touched at all. And it was just a great time. It was such a good getaway.
Well, what are your accommodations? Were you tent camping or did you have, I don't know.
Tent camping. Yeah. Anything else it's not camping.
You better have a really good air mattress. I tried it once. I couldn't do it. My back was so stiff in the morning. Holy moly.
And I was stiff too, but not.
I walked right into that. Sorry.
No, hopefully someday you do. Hey, wham, whoa.
Hey, folks.
Whoa.
We got
That's a double whammy.
That's a for.
Yeah, it was really nice. Kids had fun. No electronics for like 4 days, and I never heard the sentence "I'm bored." So mission success.
That's awesome, man.
All right. Well, Mr. Fudd. So
yes, sir.
In case somebody just picked up, this episode and they have no idea who you are, they haven't listened to any of the other episodes you've been on. Tell us about yourself. Who are you? What do you stand for? Things like that.
Well, that's pretty. What do I stand for? That's a deep question there. But I guess for the first half of that question, hi, yeah, I'm ElmmerFudd. I currently still drink. Sorry. But no, I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, twitch.tv/ElmmerFuddGames, as Gator mentioned earlier. I like to play a lot of BRs currently, but a lot of, I like to do some classical games, a lot of party games, think of like Fall Guys, stuff like that. And just really, really connect with the community and try to mostly communicate and stuff outside of streaming. Streaming is kind of a side thing now. It's more about the friendships and hanging out and stuff in Discord. It's kind of where I'm at right now, which feels really good to do. I also host Battle Royale tournaments, mostly for Apex Legends currently. They're free to join. There's no prize pool, so it's all for fun. We put on a live show where we shoutcast over everything. It's just a good time. So that's something you're interested in, definitely reach out for that. I also have a podcast, Just Some Gamers, with my best friend since freshman year of high school, I think. Freshman year of high school. Yeah. So it's been a hot minute we've been together. And we run that show and talk all things gaming nostalgia, new games coming out. We do game shows, think of like Family Feud, stuff like that. Every 10 episodes, these guys have been, I think you guys were on one.
Yeah, we were on one. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Try to bring in a bunch of different people for those and just really go all out and just do something weird and different. It's a good time, man.
Man, you did a really cool thing just a few weeks ago. Our brothers over there at the Potato Thumbs podcast were celebrating their 5 years of podcasting, and we made a guest appearance. And you were so cool. I don't know if they came to you. I don't know what the story is there, but you decided to host it and stream it live on your channel. That was just very unselfish, dude. That was very nice of you to do that.
It was pretty selfish. Yeah, they were talking about it, and I was like, listen, you guys have great numbers. I need those. All right. If I can't
said unselfish.
I will slander you to the end of my days. No, they reached out to me, and it was one of those, like, my jaw dropped. I was so touched. That was such a cool moment when they asked me to do that. I even thought, no, I can do all this, but log into your channel and do it there. And they fought me hard for it. So. But no, it was such a cool experience to sit down and recreate, like an overlay for their thing and schedule it out and really get in the nitty gritty of getting all their people on and figure. I even learned a few things about Discord I didn't know beforehand, but yeah, it's just, I always enjoy doing something new. That's why we started doing the game shows, because that's put me out of my comfort level.
Right.
Hosting other shows, on there, the shoutcast, everything. It's fun to get pushed out of the norm sometimes.
It is. Yeah. It's where you grow, man. And did Fluffy approach you, or did you reach out to them?
Yeah, he approached me.
That's
and again, that was it was so cool. I was deeply touched.
I think
because they know a lot of people, so that was really cool.
Yeah, we promoted it in our Discord too. We really wanted to whoop it up for the Potato Thumbs guys, and yeah, I think Fluffy remembered him telling me, I'm just going to get slammed tonight. I don't want to have to worry about, recording or anything. I just want to get drunk. And he
had a good time, man.
Great time, man. Hazel, anything you want to ask next?
I really just wanted to find out more about just for any new listeners that aren't aware of him and that kind of thing. So, no, I think that's everything that I wanted to accomplish.
Okay. I did want to mention that, I put this in the Discord today. In fact, if people want to go back and listen, but you are on episode 5. If you want to go back and listen to our very first episode, 5, we're on what, 159 now?
159.
It's been a while, man. There. It's been a while. Damn.
It's been a while.
Oh no, don't do that. Okay. Well, Well, we got a lot to cover tonight, Fudd. You mind buckling up and hanging on for the ride tonight, man?
I've just installed some seatbelts into my gaming chair, which is, I think, adequate for the situation we have. Let's do this.
All right. So that means it's time for This Week at Bungie. Hey Guardians, just a quick reminder that we now have a Destiny 2 clan, and Hazel and I invite you to be a part of it.
If you're looking to find a clan, that would be a great time to jump in and get to know some of these great gamers that you've heard on here. We're not hardcore or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. Enjoying what time you have for Destiny is all we ask.
So, if you're looking for our clan out there, we have a permanent link in our Discord under the channel GDC Destiny 2 Clan, where you can find a link. Otherwise, look for Guardian Downcast Pod, and the link will be in the show notes of this podcast. Yeah, right below you there. So join us.
So we do ask that you do join our Discord first, so that way we can communicate clan information and other stuff more easily. And besides that, you can lurk all you like. And later, Guardian.
Hey man, that's my line. All right. Just for everyone's information, Hazel's having some technical issues tonight. We've been trying to work around it tonight, but he's rebooting, and he says, you know what? You guys carry on, and hopefully things will work out. But you got me, guys. You got me for the TWAB this week. I know. But you know what, though? I got Mr. Fudd here to help me out with it.
Shit's broken.
No. Yeah, he's sitting in for Hazel. All right. Well, basically we start out with a quick intro from Hippie, and she says, this week at Bungie, we're prepping for our big showcase event later this month. I think it was a couple TWABs ago they talked about it, so you can go back to that if you want to know what exactly it is. But
Episode 157.
Thank you, sir. Perfect.
Yeah, no problem.
We're also going to be working with the community for a nifty new exotic detailing what's next for Iron Banner in Season 18, which is next season. And now announcing Rift will be coming back to regular Crucible. I'm lukewarm to that. And giving one last call for that glowy glamour goodness with the Solstice event that is nearing its end. I don't even have to ask you, Fudd. I know you didn't do it, but did you mess with the Solstice event this season? This year?
Brother, I grinded the hell out of Solstice.
Really? You got all the glowing gear and all that good stuff?
I got all the glowy gear on all 3 characters, on all my alt accounts. I got the shirt. I got the sweatpants. Man, I fucking got it all.
They got sweatpants?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's basically if you do it on all three classes, right, and then do it all 3 classes on 3 other accounts, you will then get a code to get to the secret page on the store, which gives you then access to the sweatpants.
Awesome. I didn't know about that. Thanks, man.
They actually glow. It's dope.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at that after the show.
Get it done.
I will. And as we already mentioned, we're not going to be dropping any major news between now and August 23rd showcase, but that doesn't mean we don't have anything to chat about. For this week, we're keeping things a little lighter, so we're going to start with what old Saladin, Valus Forge, has up his sleeves for us in the Iron Banner returning next season. All right, Iron Banner 411. More Iron Banners on the way next season. This means it's Sans Riff. There's going to be one of the development staff, Alan Blaine's going to talk about that. He's going to dive deeper into it. And he says, now that Iron Banner is officially wrapped up for this season of The Haunted, let's talk about what we've learned as well as the plans for next season in the future. I'll TLDR it here. They said basically that they made adjustments from the very first Rift, and we hope you enjoyed it. It did. They got rid of the bugs. A lot of stuff was much better. But what they're going to be doing differently in Season 18 is kill streaks. Just like Call of Duty. Yeah, it's like Call of Duty. When we started working on Season 18's Iron Banner, well before we launched Rift, we knew we wanted to come back to something more familiar after a season of objective-based gameplay. Some of you have been asking to play Clash in Iron Banner. Yeah, that was me. For a while. So we decided to start there. With that aside, we still needed that Iron Banner twist, that thing that makes it unique. So the core vision started with a conversation that sounded like, hey, what if when you went on kill streaks, Saladin shouted, "He's on fire!" And you lit on fire? Okay. And maybe when he got a kill, he shouted, "Boom shakalaka." And from that chaotic conversation, Eruption was born. So the game
What
type
is Eruption, dude? Oh,
yes. Wow. Hey, Fudd, what is Eruption?
Eruption is a clash with energy boosts based on kill streaks. It's affectionately called Streak Mayhem internally before we gave it a real name. Though, I mean, I like Streak Mayhem as a name too. Well, I mean, Eruption's dope, but Streak Mayhem sounds awesome.
I do too.
Killing your opponent scores 1 point and a normal amount of energy. After that, when you get your second elimination in a row without dying, assists count 2. That's really important.
Yes, it is.
You become surging, and let the jokes begin there, Jesus. What do some of these surging things look like for us?
Well, you'll start glowing lightly. Kills will start generating 10% energy and 20% grenade, melee, and class energy. That's a lot. And you will score 3 points per kill. When you get your 5th kill without dying, then you become primed. Okay, what's primed all about, though, Elmer?
Dude, if you get primed, like we all love prime engrams, right? But now you yourself are primed. You will begin glowing brightly. Shine bright like a diamond for Rihanna. Your team goes on the hunt. Everyone on your team gains 5% super and 10% grenade melee and class energy when you do this. You now gain 12% super and 5% grenade melee and class energy per kill. Per kill. Do you know how fast you get your super if you can keep that up?
That's going to be crazy.
And you continue to score 3 points per kill. Well, I mean, that sounds great, Gator.
Yeah.
So who wouldn't want to be primed?
Well, you also, Fudd, have a 15-second timer on you. Holy crap. If the timer reaches 0, you erupt.
What?
Yeah.
What does erupting do?
Well, it kills you, which resets your streak, and it ends the hunt. Getting a kill resets the eruption's timer back to 15 seconds, and you are then marked for both teams, so everyone can see right where you are. Oh, that's not going to be good. And the other team gets 3 points for killing you. Choices. More than one player can be primed at a time. I can imagine the chaos. Yeah. This is definitely be chaos. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you're someone that can win your gunfights, but you're also not aggressive, like if you don't get into it in 15 seconds, it's over.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it sounds OP until you realize there's obviously, as all things are in PvP, there is, the other side of it that kind of keeps you grounded. Yeah. And there it is. You got to be talented, extremely aggressive. And if your team works together to keep you alive while you're pushing, because assists count too, your whole team will have supers nonstop. And it is just, if you have a well-organized group, like steamroll.
Dude, I couldn't have said that better myself. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's exciting. Legit.
It is. It sounds like, that game was kind of made for me, except for the part where I have to go find someone to kill in 15 seconds? That's not good. But that's the price. That's the price.
The ankle.
Yeah, that's the price you pay. And they said, also concerning they said they're excited about the eruption, getting everyone's hands. We hope it continues to illustrate our desire to bring new and unique experiences to the Crucible and Iron Banner. One of those things we learned with Rift in the current season is if we have a brand new mode, like the most iteration of Rift, introducing it to everyone is in a high-focused environment first highlights inevitable issues that any multiplayer game has, of course. Instead, we're going to be moving forward with a zone control plan, introducing it as a low-pressure Crucible Labs first to make sure it performs as intended in the real-world setting. Then and only then do we bring that mode to Iron Banner, albeit with a unique little twist. We'll definitely come back to Control and Rift for Iron Banner in the future, but expect a familiar mode with a unique experience in Season 19. In the meantime, they're talking about what they're doing different in Rift. They said... Yeah. What are they doing, Fudd, in Rift for the next season?
I don't know, Gator. I lost my place. Give me a second.
It's all right.
We were flowing so good. I just legitimately got excited Rift is a thing that everyone's been talking about forever, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's been a conversation since the game. Again, my podcast used to be about Destiny, so we covered this stuff all the time. And I remember discussing Rift way back when too.
Right.
So this is exciting. More stuff coming in that everyone's asking for.
Nice.
So Rift won't be an Iron Banner for Season 18. That doesn't mean this mode is gone forever. Rift will now have more standard overtime rules. I know that was some issues for people to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Overtime is that added time put on the clock to give teams a shot at breaking any tie that may be in place. It also gives us Titans, hey, I'm legit a Titan. A fair shake to just go ham with those fire hammers. I run fire hammers and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Getting that win in overtime, like that's the moment every gamer, athlete, whatever you do, lives for. Throw that basketball from half court, buzzer goes off, it lands in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Well, Alan Blaine, the developer who's explaining the new Rift and stuff and the new game mode, he also says that Season of Haunted ushered in a new era of Iron Banner, starting with that Rift game we mentioned. With the first week, of course, had a rocky start. And this is where I was telling you the TLDR is they fixed a lot of the stuff. They changed the game mode slightly in certain areas that made it more competitive and not so oppressive in some games, especially if you're up against 6 players. We all know, change can be hard, especially unexpected change. But they are always very good at communicating changes. So they're very good there. And, the balancing between, in the PvP universe in Destiny 2, we talked about skill-based matchmaking last week, or at least I had tried to attempt to explain the new skill-based loose matchmaking, but
it's never a success. There's no way.
And no one's ever going to be happy. I mean, you're going to piss somebody off.
Just the way it is.
Yeah. A little bit of fun data that they wanted to make sure they mentioned was 1.5 million players played at least one match of Rift this season.
That's huge. That's a good number.
That's a big number, man, for just a certain game type. 300,000 of you managed to reset your rank. 150 reset it twice. Hold my hand up. I did. I got my Iron Lord title. Thank you very much.
Humble brag. Look at you.
Humble brag. Yeah. So they said it, it hit a few people just right. One player reset their rank 17 times last season in only 55 hours in game. That's sus. I don't know.
That's a pro gamer. That guy's got a better chair than I do.
Dude, he probably has a better everything than we do. Including a better brain.
Aim,
brain,
skill,
yeah, exactly.
age gap. Yeah.
Well, on the other end of that spectrum, Fudd, another player played 133 hours of Rift during season 17 when it was out on Iron Banner. That's a lot of hours. A lot of hours. Not a lot more than what I did. But like I said, they realized they had some flaws. They're going to be changing things. They've tuned stuff already, when they added a 3-score mercy rule, as well as, when they dropped the base mode down to just 8 minutes. So we don't need to really go into all this. This is pretty much the main thing I wanted to talk about, Fudd, was that game type, man. That game type was awesome. That sounded like so much fun.
Oh my God. Yes, dude.
You think it'll take off, or do you think it'll be like, maybe a novelty and then wear off?
I mean, most anything is kind of a novelty till someone finds a strat that makes it unfun for everyone, as that's just the Destiny community way.
It is.
So, but it's one of those things when you're there at launch, it's so exciting and you'll always remember the good times you had. And, maybe it surprisingly sticks around and it's not a thing that we can find a way to break, which I doubt. But no, it's very different. And yeah, you have to work with your team and rock and roll. It honestly sounds fantastic.
Yeah. And one thing I was hoping they would do is they would offer Iron Banner more often. They only offered it twice this season. That's just not a lot. The only really other thing I want to talk about is, they're going to have new, exotic weapon ornaments, but what they're going to do is we're going to vote on which ornaments they decide to go with. We're leaving it up to you, the community, to pick which exotic gets a community-created ornament first. We have 3 options for you to vote on in email, which we'll send out starting on August 16th. The choices are Arbalist, Sweet Business, pass, and Rat King. I could see Rat King. That'd be kind of cool. You can do a lot with a Rat King.
I wish Sweet Business was viable. It was such a fun design of a game. And the Titan chest piece that refills your auto ammo, it just felt good, but it just was never great.
It's funny. I was watching the original promo for Destiny, for Destiny 2, and they showed the Sweet Business in it. Them just mowing down.
Oh yeah.
I was excited for that gun, man. I said, this is crazy. This gun's going to be so OP. And then, they just nerfed it so badly.
What was what's that SMG? That's that same
Oh, you're talking about the Recluse.
No.
Okay, I'll look it up.
What is that? What is that?
Is it the one you caught on fire if you used it too long? Is that the one you're talking about?
No, like every time you got to kill it, like refilled some ammo, and it was like gold.
Yeah. That is the I have it. It's a primary weapon, and it is called. I love this. I love this SMG. It's really cool, and especially if you're just mowing down ads. There it is. Huckleberry. Yeah. The
Huckleberry honestly was just a better sweet business as an SMG.
Yeah, and it has its recoil directions perfect at 100 if you have the catalyst. It's amazing, man.
You can't anymore, but that beginning in the classic Leviathan raid when you did all the banners to open the doors. What was that area called? Do you remember? All my Destiny knowledge is old school. I can't remember what it was called, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Everyone's yelling
in the
Huckleberry.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that room with the Huckleberry was just. You never stopped shooting, you never ran out of ammo, and it was so much fun. Yeah,
all you had to do is get one kill, and it would reload the entire magazine when you had
the entire mag.
It's great.
Headshot,
ricochet rounds, rampage built into it. It was just amazing. I mean, it still is. But anyway, yeah, good callback, man. But that's pretty much it. They said that once the Spiffy Exotic has been selected, then we'll be working on the chosen community artist as we help them create 3 different weapon ornament concepts. I love that they're using a community artist. That's pretty cool. Once we have 3 that may be too, but I didn't think of that.
No, it's way cooler when they come out and say, hey, so-and-so in the community designed this. Like, that's dope.
But fan art is always better than anything.
Oh my God.
I've seen some of the fan art for Destiny. It is amazing.
Some of the guys that work there now were fan artists.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, why wouldn't you? Someone draw something that's better than what you've got hired on, bring them in.
Right. Well, they said once they have 3 that are viable to be made into ornaments, we will have another community vote so that you can pick which one you like. The winner will be approved and be made into a weapon ornament in the game, and then bam, new look, new you. Here's a quick look at the full process. Community votes on which exotic to pick through email starting on August 16th. That's going to be pretty soon. Community artist creates 3 weapon ornament concepts for the winning exotic. Then the community votes to pick their favorite weapon ornament concept, and then the winning weapon ornament goes into production and is released in game as early as season 21. So that didn't I just tell you how far in advance they have to make stuff?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
My God, man.
And the fact that there's extra steps between now to then.
Yeah.
And that is pretty quick, honestly.
That's true. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They said that once we pick the concept, it's ready to go into production. It'll take a bit to go through our current content pipeline, so we want to get some expectations up front that you shouldn't expect to see the finalized Destiny design in Destiny 2 until Season 21. Like I said, it takes a while. Last call to play Solstice, and I have to say, I know you've been taking a break from Destiny, but the Solstice grind, you have not missed anything on the Solstice, because I haven't totally given up on Solstice, but it's just,
it's rough.
The grind this year has just been just crazy, man. And I think I played 16 of the 25 games to get just another ticket to unlock my thing. And I think I just finally said, you know what? I'm just out of time. It's been a busy week. I'm learning new stuff. So, maybe I might, I'm going to do what I have to do to get my card. I paid the $10 for the card. I still got to get the ship. So I'm going to do some tickets on my other 2 accounts, and I'm pretty much going to call it for this year. It kills me too, but we'll see. All right. Then, that's your cue, ElmmerFudd. Let's see. Is anything broken in the game?
Shit's broken, guys. Like, just honestly, if you just look in your hearts, you're aware. Shit's broken. All right. Like, look out the window. Shit's broken, right? Look in your soul. Shit's probably broken, but we're going to truck on anyway, just like the game does.
Exactly. Well put.
But hey,
Hazel,
have you ever played the Valve Disciple raid in Minecraft?
No.
Well, you should.
It is in Minecraft. Look at that.
Yeah.
Someone made it?
Movie of the week. Valve the Disciple raid meets Minecraft, and it is the call outs. They've got different pictures for everything, each room.
Wow.
It's incredible. Dude, Minecraft artists, honestly, they're on another level.
That is crazy, man. It looks just like it. That is really cool.
Yeah.
I just now saw that. I mean, I read the TWAB. I must have missed it somehow. Yeah, it's been,
just to put it out there, don't read things too quickly, folks. Movie of the week bonus was Lego Enigma, and I first read it as Lego Enema. Very different.
Good call, Fudd.
Yeah. Okay.
Enema. I think you know what? I think we just had the title of our show.
Lego Enema.
Lego Enema. There we go. I like it. Some fantastic art, of course. We can't, this is an audio podcast. We can't explain how good this art is. You just have to go to Bungie.net and look up, on This Week at Bungie, and it's all at the bottom of the TWAB, by the way. So really great stuff. And of course, those iconic words from Hippie. I should go.
I should go.
I love that.
Well,
hey.
there's the cat.
Fudd.
Oh, no, that's,
I found it. I found the cat pic. Yeah.
No.
It's a
porcupine.
Possum? No, that's
porcupine. Cuddly Wuddly.
That's a
Hedgehog.
Hedgehog. Yeah. Hedgehog. There we go.
We'll get there. Gorilla, silverback. Giraffe.
No. We're you're not warm anymore, Fudd.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No. You're way off.
Me on the weekend without a shirt. Disgusting.
Okay, I think we're gonna leave it there.
Oh.
Hey, man, thanks for the assist tonight. I think
absolutely.
Hopefully Hazel will get his internet back up and running, and he'll be rejoining us later in the show. So thanks, brother. Appreciate that.
No problem. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Nice assist, sir.
Any time, brother.
Well, hey, I think what we're gonna do next is go right into our community questions because we have so much to do. We've got our question of the month in a little bit here, but we're gonna start out with community questions, and we'll do that. What's that, Fudd? When are we going to do it?
Right after these words.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Hey, Guardians. Would you like to send a question for the show to us? There are 4 easy ways to do it.
First, join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, and you can just lurk or hang out and jump right in and talk to us, whatever you'd like to do. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also occasionally tweet about our upcoming show and guest. And you can respond there with your question at Guardian_D_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/GuardianDowncast, all one word, and we'll play it live on the show.
Thanks to all of you out there who do listen to our show. And Toddles.
And later, Guardian.
Hey, man, that's my line.
What?
Yeah.
Says who?
It's in the script. It's my line. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of our show. It's that segment where we get our questions from our community. And let's just say our speak pipes are filling up pretty quick. And hey, I love speak pipes. Just keep sending them in. We'll be just fine. It's not a problem here. We're just fine.
You sound stressed.
I'm a little. I'm okay. It's okay. All right. Let's start out with. I mean, it's like a big bag of candy. I can just decide which one to pick. Let's start off with Mo Hoffo. Let's do that. Little palate cleanser here. Here we go. What's up, Mo?
Quick question for the podcast host. So, if someone's coming on the show, how do I know who it is? Do you guys always announce it, or is it like always a few days before it's about to go, before you start to record? Because I always wonder, like sometimes I'm listening to a podcast and I'm like, oh, so-and-so is on. I kind of wish I sent them a question, but then I feel like I didn't know they'd be on. That's just like well documented in some channel that I've muted. I don't know. But yeah, quick question for the host. Enlighten me. Cheers, Madeas.
What do you think, Hazel? It's kind of like we just decide every week, right? If we're going to announce it or not.
I mean, I try to announce it if you don't. I mean, because I think we should announce it every week. I mean, that's the responsible thing to do, right?
Just, who sent this question in again?
Mohafo.
Well, just DM them every week and don't announce it to the Discord.
Oh, there you go. See?
There you go.
Simple.
Also,
yeah,
a couple speak pipes from Mohafo have come in, right?
Yes, quite a few.
That's not a first.
Yeah.
Incredible voice. Always love listening to those speak pipes.
Yes, exactly.
It's just like really, legitly, I want to just sit and chat with them. Like, good vibe.
Mm-hmm.
People have, we're talking in the Discord this week about how he should have his own little segment where he has a rant or something. What do you guys think?
I don't know if it'd be a rant. He seems like really cool. Like,
not a rant, but maybe like a
Chardonnay review.
Like a Moe's Corner. Oh,
yeah. Why don't you mosey on down and take a listen?
There we go. Okay. Speaking of British people, let's go with Mr. Hades. He had a story for us. Story time, guys.
Sup, guys? Hades here. Thought I'd do a proper scum death, so I am currently sat on the side of the road on the motorbike. I've just been going, I think I was doing about 45, maybe 50, and a rabbit, pretty sure it was a rabbit, just crossed the road and either went between my front and back wheel or just missed the back wheel of my bike. I don't know if I should be calling Ghostbusters, Gator, or Fudd here, but Jesus Christ. Closest to a question you're going to get out of that is, have you ever mildly shat yourself and still not have any idea how that came out well for you? Love you. Have fun.
Oof. Close calls. What do you think, Fudd? I'm sure you've seen everything, man.
Especially on a bike. Like, that's no joke. That's
I think he's like a 125 or a 250 bike, I think he said.
Damn,
it's a smaller street bike.
That wheel. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oof.
I'm sure you're right in the shit all the time, aren't you, Fudd?
Oh, all the time, yeah.
Any close calls that you can think of? Either on or off the job, I guess.
Encounter? I was T-boned while riding a bicycle. A Suburban hit me.
What?
And
oh my God.
Legit, somehow the angle that I happened to be in them, like, destroyed the bike and flung me in the air, but the car never actually touched me, and they were going pretty fast. So I feel like that would have gone really bad. So I was super shaken up. My bike was wrecked, but I basically walked away unscathed.
Wow, that's amazing, dude. I don't know how you
pretty
survived
fantastic.
That. Jeez.
One of those magic moments where everything in physics lines up, I guess. I don't know.
You have one, Hazel?
Wow.
You think of one?
The only one I can think of is I was maybe 22, maybe 23, and it snowed really, really bad here. And I was driving a truck. I had an S10 at the time.
Ooh.
And yeah, it was great while I had it. So I was going across this bridge, and I had no business driving in this. I was driving home and from work, and my parents were like, "Yeah, don't go, don't risk it." And I'm like, "No, I can do it." And I should have known something when even my job that was shitty and they didn't care about us said, "Hey, why don't you just stay here?" Because I guess some people were actually staying there. I'm like, I only live like 15 minutes away. How bad could it be?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
So, yeah, exactly. It's just over 2 bridges.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, I ended up going across one bridge just fine. I was like, this is great. I'm just going to go slow. It's okay. No big deal. The second bridge, I noticed there were 3 cars that were like sort of, one on the right side was spun out, like facing in toward the road. Another one was facing the other way. And then the third one was just like stuck in the middle. They just weren't going anywhere. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on my brakes and I'm going to, try to back up and go back to work at this point because there's nothing I can do because I can't get through. Well, my brakes did not work. They basically locked. So I'm like, well, this is going to go bad. So I ended up like sliding. I was like, okay, so I'm going to just go to the left. And I slid to the left. was like, okay, well, I dodged that car. And I'm like, can I actually fucking do this? So I cut the wheel hard to the right, flung my ass out, and I just kind of slid right past the second car and the third car that was just stuck in the middle. And I'm like, great. Okay, now what do I do?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Luckily, I just kind of stopped. And I'm like, okay. And then I just drove the rest of the way home after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are the odds you go right in between the two cars?
You're a legend, dude.
Whew. I've had so many close encounters. I've on my bike in Florida. It's why I don't ride anymore. The one that really was like an oh shit moment was I was following in the morning. I think I was bringing my daughter to school, and this old Nova looked like it had been sitting like in a backyard, and they just got it started to get it home. I don't know, like a 73 or 76 or something. And it was just going, piddling down the road, like tree moss growing off of it. And I was, following, at 45 miles an hour, following pretty close, but not too close. And all of a sudden a giant possum falls out the back of this thing all over the road. I mean, a big mama possum, and she's like flip flopping all over the place. And I damn near ran off the road into a ditch. I corrected the car back, got back behind, and then all of a sudden a little baby possum comes out and goes off to the side of the road. And then another. And then another. Another one comes out. I think it must have been 8 little baby possums. They must have been living on the axle underneath the car.
That's a slutty possum.
That is, man. And yeah, it was, that was a good morning. Yeah. I've had so many close encounters, but regular traffic accidents and stuff aside, that's nothing eventful, but that possum story comes to mind every time I think about close encounters. But, okay. Let's keep it going here. Let's go with, our buddy in Holland, 21 Cabbage.
Hey guys, 21 Cabbage here. Question for you guys. Do you guys have any tattoos? I am heavily tattooed. I think 80% of my body is just filled. Some are good, some are bad, but old school Americana, traditional style tattoos, which I like a lot. But I'd be wondering, do you guys have any, or do you even like it? If not, then, well, consider this big pipe not sent. By the way, this is my 11th try to record this one. The reset button is my best friend right now, but I'm sticking to this one. Gotta do it. All right, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to send it to you. Okay, bye.
Thanks, 21 Cabbage. Hope you're doing well, man. Tattoos, guys. You guys got any?
Currently, no. I'm looking to where hopefully we move up north. Things will kind of slow down to a point where I'm looking at getting a sleeve done.
Oh,
I'm very excited for this. I've always wanted tattoos. Mm-hmm. And financially couldn't, and then regular life. It's just one of those things that always kind of got away. But I've always been fascinated and think it's the coolest shit. So I'm looking to get that done hopefully in the next 6 months.
It's really hot right now, man. Everybody has tats. It's
well, that's another. It's like,
it's really hot.
It is hot.
That's true too.
I said
where
that.
Have you been, man? Where
well,
have you been?
I see when I was. See, when I was around 20 something, the only people who had tattoos were biker gangs and,
Abraham Lincoln. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. And they were killing vampires. And
very creepy. I have that one.
Yeah. So I tattoos were not in fashion when I was younger, and I thought about it, but I don't have any tattoos. I don't. I've thought seriously about doing it. On my arm, because my bicep and my right on top of my shoulder, that's where I don't wear muscle shirts much, but that's where it'd look good, I think. I've thought about it, but no, unfortunately, 21 Cabbage, I do not have one. How about you, Hazel?
I don't, but not for the reason, like, not for finances and not because I'm anti-pain and stuff like that. It's actually because I'm scared to get one. And the reason why I'm scared is because I've heard it's like a gateway drug that you get one and then you want to get 2. then you want to get 3, and you want to get 4. And then you had like a whole sleeve, and then you look like a fucking Yakuza.
Yeah, but so the sad thing is it's a gateway drug where the first hit isn't free. And it's brutal.
I'm just not a fan of needles. But can I get a tattoo without the needles? Is that possible? Well, I get those. I can get those temporary ones.
That's what I was about to say.
At the circus.
Yeah, my daughter has a. Yeah,
little kit.
There you go. Yep.
There, perfect.
Where?
Let me hand you your. Yeah.
Sorry, no. Where's he from? That sent this question in.
He's from Holland.
Holland, damn.
Yeah,
That's
and he's in a band, according to Hazel. He's in a rock band.
Yeah,
I had a.
He's in our playlist already.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Speaking of Europe,
That's right.
just fun side story. When we were camping, we were on the hiking trail, and there was this couple speaking. It turned out to be Dutch. It sounded Dutch, and they were trying to figure out which trail to go on, I guess. But I could tell, like, he was pointing at us and then like shrugging his shoulders and stuff. I'm like, all right, he's looking for which trail he wants to go on. So I walk up and I'm like, hey, which trail are you looking for? And he starts laughing. He's like, you speak Dutch? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, we were just trying to figure out which way to go. You know, I explained it to him. You know, he's got this beautiful accent, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and he's like, yeah, we're on vacation from the Netherlands, you know, speaking of Europe. And I'm like, oh, that's super cool. I'd love to go visit there. He's like, yeah, this is crazy over here. There's rocks everywhere. He's like, where I'm from, there's one rock in the entire country.
What?
And I start laughing and I'm like, oh, they got a plaque on it? He's like, no. Even better, they built a city around it. It's called Rockland. And I was like, what?
Holy crap. That's awesome.
It was just, I'm on a random hiking trail in the middle of Colorado, and there's this guy with his family from the Netherlands walking around. I was like, this is awesome.
That is great. That is great.
Wow.
Gonna keep it going, because I know we got some stuff to talk about in the Discord. This is from HammerCrasher32.
HammerCrasher32 here. I have a question. So I was talking to somebody about being sick, like when you're having to upchuck. And it seems like there are two types of people in the world. Those like me who, when you vomit, it is a full body, get this stuff out of me, veins popping out, yelling at the toilet, involuntarily, of course, because your body is just like doing what it's doing. And it's a very violent experience. And the next 2 or 3 days afterwards, your abs hurt from the workout they got from getting things out of your body. And then there are those who just kind of open their mouth and the vomit just kind of falls out. Is that an accurate assumption of the world? And if so, which one are you?
All right, vomit question. Ooh. We'll send it to you first, sir, Fudd. Which one are you?
Could possibly be the most violent vomiter on the planet. When it happens, it is like a full body. It looks like there's a poltergeist going on. I'm like, it's not like, it's like I just, my neighbors are like, hey, were you sick again last night? We heard it, you know, it's bad. Oh yeah. And I have to work hard to get everything out. My wife is the other camp where she's like, oh, I think I have to puke. Okay, let's go on with our day. And it makes me so mad.
Yeah. I'm with you, Fudd. It's a full body contortion. I mean, and my eyes get bloodshot. They like blood vessels pop. And I had food poisoning I guess almost a year. Well, no, about 8 months ago. I had a bad fish dip. I should have never eaten it. And I got home and it's like every 20 minutes, man, it was like, all right, it's time to regurgitate. I don't care if there's no food in there still. You gotta go through it. Dude, I went through this every 20 minutes for like 5 hours. I was exhausted, man. I thought I was going to die. I really did. And yeah, and my wife, it irritates me because I don't even know when she's sick because you just hear water flowing. I'm like, what was that? Oh, yeah. I just had to throw up. I wasn't feeling too hot. I'm like, you threw up? And I'm like yelling at the toilet when I throw up. And my wife's like, can you just not have to yell? I said, yeah, let me tell my body to not do that. In fact, one time when I was vomiting, I was trying to tell myself to be quiet and I couldn't do it, man.
No, there's no way.
It's involuntary. It's a gag reflex. Anyway, Hazel, what about you, man? What camp are you in?
I'm Yeah, make it's a guy thing. Because I'm with you guys. I'm like, full body, like my abs hurt the next day. It's like, damn, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a brutal event whenever it happens. And, luckily it doesn't happen too terribly often.
Thank God, man.
Although it does, although I will say that the more I drink, the more I throw up, the more like the other type I get at that point.
Yeah, you mentioned that was the one thing when you drink. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Now, Tasha, she quiet or is she like you?
Oh, she's a stop the world kind of thing. I mean,
yeah.
If she's doing it, she's like, like you'll know because she has to like prep herself and.
Oh, wow.
It's a whole thing.
I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. Lisa makes fun of me all the time because she's like, it's like you walk out of the room and go, attention, everyone. I am sick. No, I don't want everyone to know.
I want to be quiet. I mean, I'll wake my wife up in the middle of the night. She goes, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Because it's so violent. Anyway.
Yeah.
We can go down a dark road there. Anyway.
Asha, she's like methodical about it. She like put out like a towel that she like kneels on and
jeez.
What are you doing? Harry Carey? But yeah, so
I never have time. By the time I mean, it's like my body gives me approximately what, Fudd, 5 seconds to get to the toilet, or it's just coming out.
If that, it's like go.
Fudd knows.
Yeah,
Fudd knows.
Yeah.
I know because Fudd's a violent. Well, we're all violent, so yeah.
We're all violent. Yeah.
It's 5 seconds. That's all I got, man. And then sometimes I haven't made it. It's like a trail going to the. Never mind. We don't have to get into that. All right. Rodimus has several questions, but let's go with this one.
Question for the show. How far into your day before you drop your first curse word? I was listening to the radio and they said the average human doesn't drop their curse word until about 10:55 a.m. And I'm thinking, like, when do I drop my first one? And I guess it just depends what I'm doing for the day, what time I'm starting to work. But I don't know. It's just something to think about. Once again, how far into your day do you get before you drop your first curse word? Anyways, toodles.
Man, 10:55? I don't. I mean,
my alarm goes off and I roll over and go, fuck. That's the first word out of my mouth every single day.
That's great. I'm just quiet. I'm to myself in the morning, so I don't say it until probably in the afternoon. Yeah. Or
you don't interact with anybody.
I'm pretty
in the morning.
I'm pretty to myself in the morning. I have my strict routine and then I hop on and say hi to everybody. But I have to be ready, and I don't know, man, I'm weird. I don't know. I can't explain it, but
you're also in a different state, I don't mean Florida either. I just mean that, you're in a environment where it's just you, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You guys have little kids still.
I mean, yeah, you don't have anybody to cuss at.
True. Yeah, so I don't apply in this question, probably. Yeah. Or someone will give me, someone will send a emoji and I'll go, what the fuck? All right, go ahead, Hazel.
Yeah. For me, probably like the moment I hear the alarm go off or anything that, disturbs my sleep, or my daughter coming in at 3:00 in the morning sounding like the fucking police when she has to go to the bathroom. I mean,
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I've just been through it.
No, she does. She just she like busts in the door like she's the police and
hands up against the wall. I gotta pee. Oh man, that's great.
She said it. I would not be surprised.
Oh my god.
So
Mo has a rant, and this is what leads me to think maybe we should have a Mo's rant segment. Maybe when he in this, I don't know. Anyway, let's hear it.
All right. Hammer Crusher brings up a great point in last week's episode. It's a bit different. Unless it is the same thing, I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering or I didn't hear it clearly, but you know what I hate? When you don't play the game for a bit, And for me, a bit could be like a few weeks or could be like 6 weeks. Love logging into the game. And then it's like, next week in Destiny, 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 this event, this event, this event. Oh, be sure to do this, be sure to do this. Like fucking, fuck off. Kindly go fuck yourself. Pisses me off. It's the worst thing. The worst thing, I think, is like when you have like an expansion launch and a season launch plus like an event launch, and it's relentless. You don't play for a few weeks or something and you log in. I log in, I'm about to check my character or like, I don't know, check a triumph or a different page, and it just says, next week in Destiny, next week in Destiny. Take on fucking so-and-so, take on the arms dealer, take on Sadia, take on this. No, the fuck I will not. Okay? I will do whatever the fuck my seasonal challenges tell me to do. Not wear a stupid next week in Destiny tells me to do. So yeah, that's my little rant. Does that shit annoy anyone else? Surely it does. I think it's way more annoying, especially like when you've taken an extensive break, anywhere 8 weeks plus, and you have to cycle through like 8 of those messages. Why are they a thing? They should only show you one on Friday, like every week. And then if you're not there for the Friday or it's reset, it should just go away on reset. It shouldn't stack up. Nah, I don't know. That's just my rant. But yeah, I guess the question as well. Does that shit annoy anyone else?
I could not fucking agree more. That shit, when I first got my wife to start playing the game, she almost stopped immediately because she had to go through like 19 of those screens the first time she like was able to load in. She's like, this is ridiculous. Why would I do this? No, I 100% agree. It's so annoying. If people want their news, they will go look it up. You don't have to, everyone just skips it. No one reads it. It's not worth it. Stop it. Get help.
Hazel, do you deal with that?
Yeah, Gator, when's the last 8-week break?
Well, it's not my personal account. No, I never deal with that because I log in almost every day. But with my alt accounts, I'll pop on that I haven't been on alt account for like 6 or 7 weeks. And yeah, I go through it too. I'm like, what? This doesn't even apply right now. Why do I have to be seeing this? That's the only time I deal. I mean, I can relate because when I jump on an alt character, I'm bored one day and I want to pop out some bounties or something. Yeah, I'll have to go through it too.
Yeah. No, I've never experienced this in my life. So,
well, I mean, you're like me. You log on every day probably. So,
maybe not every day, but
yeah, I mean,
just enough to where see that and I don't see it again. So,
right. It's one and done. Gotcha.
Hey, Hazel, go fuck yourself.
Rodimus.
I had $1 every time I've been told that by Gator.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Add it to the list.
We'll do one more from Rodimus here. Let's see what he's up to.
Question for the show. Do you guys really hate driving as much as I do? I'm currently sitting at a red light, and the light before me, literally 3 cars went through it because the asshole in the front was on their cell phone, not caring about the world around them and focusing on the road. But don't mind that I'm on my phone, but just want to know what you guys thought about driving if you hate as much as I do.
Don't mind that I'm on my phone. Ignore me. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. Oh my! I just heard a statistic the other day that the average person will spend like 6 months of their life sitting at red lights over the course of their entire life.
And probably twice in the one time because you missed it because you were texting or something. Hey, I mean, I
someone's
can't.
On the phone.
I can't talk. I have it out sometimes.
What do we? Your phone or your?
My phone. No, get your mind out of the gutter.
Sorry.
No,
yeah,
I had to clarify.
I drive for a living, and I love driving. But yeah, I get stuck at so many lights because the person in the front doesn't do their due diligence to realize they're in the front of the line and just not sit on their phone for 2 minutes and just go. Oh, I miss so many lights because of this.
Oh, I lied. There's 5 more. I didn't scroll down. 5 more speak facts. Sorry, Hazel. What about you, man?
Yeah, see, I was, I mean, I love driving. I do. I mean, to me, there's no better thing in this world than to drive. And the thing that pisses me off is other drivers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or just me on the road. yeah, be awesome.
Yeah, I've never been the one that holds everyone up at a light. I make sure of that, because if I know a light's about to change, I put my damn phone down. I'm not gonna, I mean, I got 10 cars behind me. I'm not gonna be that asshole everyone honks at. As I buzz through the light, I'm the only person who made it through because I just the last minute saw the light turn yellow. I've seen people do that, and I'm like, God almighty. You just shake your head, you know? You're like, come on, man. All right. You know what? We have a lot of questions. We have some questions for FUD in the Discord. Why don't we go to those, Hazel?
Let's get it.
Let's get some of those,
Yeah.
man.
Well, real quick, I want to get your thoughts on something.
Okay.
So, father-in-law, he has an idea because he likes his cell phone when he drives.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, I have an idea. He's like, I'm going to pitch this to our representatives. And I'm like, oh, great. This will be fun. And his idea is that they should widen the lanes in the road to accommodate for people on their cell phones.
That probably wouldn't work in Florida because we've widened our lanes as far as we can because everything's freaking growing like crazy here.
Well,
I don't know if
this would be, but
yeah. I mean, it's nice to have a turnaround area or an area where maybe at the front of the light where there's like a turnaround lane or something, like instead of having a median, maybe have a shared like a zip around lane or something. That'd work.
Hell are you talking about?
You're talking about having a lane to go around people that are texting?
No.
Or to deal with people swerving while texting.
Oh.
Well, no, it's basically, yeah, exactly. So yeah, so they're basically can do whatever they,
Or people could just not text and drive. And if they're caught, it should be the death
That's what I
penalty.
thought, right?
I don't
That was
know.
my thought.
You know, I don't know how the government fixes this or how someone invents something that fixes this problem.
There comes a point, and not that kind of rant, but there comes a point where you don't need the government to fix it. You know?
No,
Like,
the
human race.
But it just seems
needs
like
to
that's
fucking figure it out.
everyone looks to the government to put some act or some kind of
Yeah.
device
they
in
don't.
our car or something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, they do,
I don't.
and then the government does something, and then everyone gets upset that the government does something.
I'm not saying the government's perfect. Trust me, but
No.
someone will invent something that'll just change it all. It just hasn't come to fruition yet. I don't know. I don't know how to fix the problem. That's the problem.
Musk. He's already done it.
Yeah. So I wonder how
Self-driving cars.
Oh, I was just talking to my wife about this. I said, by the time we're old and we can't drive anymore and they take our license away, we'll have self-driving cars. We'll just say, hey, jump in the car and say, take me to Sam's Club. I need to go shopping. And just sit back and get on your phone and do whatever you want to do. Maybe that's what it's got to come to, guys. Maybe it's just got to be self-driving cars and then we don't have to worry about accidents anymore.
Or you can take some goddamn responsibility for yourself.
Yes, sir.
And not text while you drive.
Yes, sir.
Put the goddamn phone down. Huh? You're not that important. You'll be okay.
You know what? Yeah, because it's fucking cell phone when you were growing up. So, and what's so goddamn important right now?
Yeah.
That's true.
Texting back LOL to something you didn't even laugh at can wait.
Yeah. That's true. It's just, I think a lot of people find it boring driving the same back and forth, and they look to try to maximize their time that they're stuck in traffic and stuff. So,
and they are boring. Okay.
Okay.
So it's okay.
Yes, sir.
That shit her up when he's driving, and and he's like, hey, come on, I'm gonna go ahead and piss somebody off in the Discord. Let's go.
Yeah. If you can't spend 5 minutes alone in your car, you really should do some self-reflection.
That's true. That's true. Or, you know what? Just pull over. If it's that important, just pull over to the median. Pull over off the side of the road and let everyone do their thing. And then when you're done with your conversation, then pull it back out in traffic.
Oh.
There you go. What a concept.
Really that
What was that, Hazel?
What's really that important, though?
I don't know. I mean, what if my mom called and my dad's in the hospital or something and I had to grab the phone real quick?
But she would call you, though.
Yeah. That's true.
You can put it
on speaker, right?
Or most people, you've got Bluetooth in your car. You can just talk over the sound system in the speakers in your car.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're not looking away.
Remember when hands-free used to be like you had to go somewhere and have it installed in your car?
Yeah. Oh
it
my
was
God.
so
yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Now it's all in your earbud. It's great.
Oh, Radio Shack hates it.
Oh, I bet they do. All right, let's go to the Discord, guys. Let's grab some
Let's do it.
questions. I'll look at the pen ones, Hazel, and I guess we'll make sure we get the ones for.
You want? Yeah, we can do the ones from Fud first, and
Absolutely.
then we can go to.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right, moving to the channel right now. All right, Elmer Fudd, question for the show. Okay, thank you for that
What are your
question.
thoughts? Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all in favor for questions for the show. What do you think, Hazel?
Well, no, I think that's actually that's the question for the show.
That's it. That's
Okay.
the question.
All right.
Exactly.
I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but
Question asked, question kind of answered.
there you go.
And then Raven, Des Raven chimes in. Question for the Fudd. I love you.
Oh, Des, I love you too.
Mr. Hammercrusher 32 asks a question for Fudd. How did you allow this not to be live? Does RNG have more pull than you?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I think maybe RNG is more annoying than I am. As a person,
no.
as he is and born as and has grown into becoming who he is. It's just, some things are difficult, and I didn't want to put a strain on these lovely human beings I'm podcasting with right now. I know some other people, are very selfish, and they're RNG Gator.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. The honeymoon is over.
It is. It is.
Wow.
Hey,
Yeah,
if he didn't tell me to be
rom-
nice before we started, I probably would have been nice.
Well, he did in a
romance is the thing of legend.
Yeah, I mean, you
But
guys
it
had
was
us.
It's like Kanye and Kim Kardashian.
We ran this podcast for so long. There's some stuff in the back. Yeah, we handed it to you guys. It wasn't as fluid, as we've come to put on a public face. We don't need to get into that. It's just it's all his fault. We don't need to get into it. But it's we can just
It's all his fault.
We can just move past that. What's your next question?
I got one here from JBone5K. Thanks for your question, bud. Question for the show. At Gator, what is your favorite story arc in Destiny 2? I'm a huge fan of the Iron Lords, Braytech, and Rasputin. I'm going to open this up to everyone. I'm curious, what's your favorite story arc in Destiny 2, Fudd?
Ooh, the Rasputin one was amazing. I definitely that's definitely top for me right now. Yeah, that was a great time. I don't know. Hopefully we can get more with it. But again, Leviathan was amazing, and Callus and all that shit. So I'm hoping we get more with that. That was one of the few stories I actually really got into the deep lore of everything in the background, and so yeah, definitely that one.
What about you, Hazel? Favorite Destiny 2 story arc?
I would say probably like the seasonal stuff from probably this season, I would say.
This season's story?
So,
okay.
Well, I mean, not just from this season, but just like starting last season. How it went through. So season of, The Chosen and that. I mean, season of the Risen, what it is.
Right.
So Risen and then season of Haunted. So, I mean, so far I'm liking this stuff here where, I mean, granted, I know it's everybody's favorite character, Crow.
No.
But,
No.
dude, go back to the episode, man. You were all on board with Crow.
I was? I don't
And
think
then,
so.
like, public opinion was like, aka Rodimus. Was like, Crow's a bitch. And you were like, yeah, Crow's a bitch. No. Forget what I said 2 episodes ago. But
He's
anyway,
a bitch.
I'll clip it.
Crow texts when he drives.
There you go. There's a title, too.
Not as. I like that one. But yeah, I just like the season stuff. So, I mean, how it's kind of flowing. I mean, Keitel's in there. I mean, you got the romance with Keitel and Zavala,
Right.
They're going to probably next season.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to turn out. That's for sure. I'm a big fan of the Iron Lords. In fact, the last season when there was a big cutscene about Saladin where he forgave this girl, it was like the biggest cutscene I've watched in a while. And it's of course the Inkblot, cutscenes, but I still like when they do that. Yeah, that was my favorite seasonal story so far. But if we're talking about Destiny 2 overall, yeah, man, I've gotta tie it into the Iron Lords. I think that should be their, it's probably not gonna be their first TV show, but man, I sure would like to hear a story about that, about when the Iron Lords were first here on the planets and how they protected, the good ones at least, protected the public against the what they call them, the Barons. This is the Barons, and hell, Shaxx used to be one of those Barons. So I mean, it's
a warlord.
Warlord. I'm sorry, warlord. That's the word. Yes, yeah. And Shaxx used to be one of them, and he moved over to the other side. But yeah, I love that story, man. Yeah, that's where I've got to stand with you on that one. I love the Iron Lord stories.
Yeah, good call, man.
All right, Hazel, what else we got?
Okay, Channel Hater Prime asks, question for Fudd. Do you find too many Discord channels a good problem or a bad problem to have?
Think
Think
too
carefully.
many Discord channels itself. I believe, if the correct people have formed said community, that there is no such thing as too many channels. Is this the correct way to respond?
Yes. We'll
Okay,
Venmo you later.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yep.
No, it's nice. I don't know if there can be a too many because you can mute individuals, but when you have, a Discord that is expanded to such a degree as, some, maybe not this one, but this one, with such an extended player base, community style of person with so many different interests, to be able to have a base interest of Destiny, but then share into others and create friendships past that, it's a beautiful thing, huh? Remember how many people were like, hey, we came out of this because of Derp Fam or something. And that's what's happening here. Okay, folks? This is the future. People will be like, hey, I found them through this podcast. Okay. I'm
not going to cry.
Board there for you guys.
Cry. No.
I practiced that in the mirror there.
Thank you, sir. Good answer.
If you text and drive, fuck you. All right.
Yeah, Crow does text and drive. That might be the title. I like that title. I have one from Hades here. It's one of our older questions. Question for the show. If you could bring back one of the old Destiny 2 destinations, which one and why? From Destiny 2, not one, Gator. Destiny Online, just saying. All right, never mind. Go ahead. An old Destiny 2 destination, I guess that's been sunset.
Destiny Online. What locations have been sunset?
We got Mars, the Leviathan. What else, Hazel? Mars, Leviathan. Io has been gone. The water planet on Titan.
Titan.
Yeah, Titan. Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I think those. Am I forgetting anything? Are those the ones that have been sunset?
Oof. Leviathan and Mars have very, very, very special places in my heart. Yeah, those ones are. Leviathan being gone, folks. That's that breaks my heart. So I am furious to this day. I miss it.
Yeah, those are good times on those planets and that raid. Hazel, what are you going? What are you going to, man? I'm curious.
Titan.
Yeah, you read my mind, man. That was my favorite location.
Beautiful location. Great story missions.
How it was like flashing up and everything.
Yes.
They needed to do more with it.
I agree.
They could have done so much with that. And then the fact they had this big, like, I don't even know what you call it, like a giant, I don't know, like a giant globe that everyone lived in.
It was
the elements.
We've seen like remnants of the Golden Age, but that was the most like in working order version of the Golden Age we've ever seen in game.
Good point, Fudd. I agree, man. That's always been one of my favorite locations. And when they sunsetted, I was like, I really spent a lot of time on it before it left because I love that the storyline and everything there was just great. You know, it opens up with Zavala, his head in his hands. You know, he thought he had lost everyone, and anyway, I won't go down. I won't go down those areas. Okay, Hazel, I'm working from the back. If you want to work from the front now, because I think that was all of them for FUD.
No, he has one more.
Okay, go for it.
See, that's why I do this.
Good.
Question for the FUD.
Yeah.
From your last episode, you mentioned someone said, well, I'm still alive. And without thinking, you replied, give it time. Have you had any more FUD brain no-no moments since then? Or have you decided to give it some thought before responding?
Yeah, but I don't think I'm pretty inappropriate, but I don't think it's even appropriate for here. Oh shit. But yeah, no, it happens a lot where stuff comes out and then 5 seconds later my brain's like, you know what? I don't agree with that. You shouldn't have said that. But yeah, it's happened. I shouldn't share it though. I shouldn't share it.
I got one here from one from Sage of Databayo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sage. I did it wrong. I got a question here from Sage of Databayo. What was your first Destiny class compared to what your current Destiny class is now? Ooh. Are you still in the same class, FUD?
I blanked out for it. What was
your very first Destiny 1 class of
yes.
player? Has it changed over the years or what?
Yes. When Destiny 1 launched day 1, I started as a hunter. Cause my friend was starting as a Titan and we kind of wanted to expand out. And I was like, oh, cool. Cape, you know. And then when the Taken King launched and the Flame Hammers were first introduced, I went, yeah, that's for me. And I've been a Fire Titan ever since Taken King.
Nice. What did you start out with, Hazel?
Originally, I started out with Hunter. Because I thought hunters could only use hand cannons.
Yes,
so
I thought the same thing. Yeah,
did you really?
Hand cannons and sniper rifles. I was like, oh, I guess that's a load of
because you got that in the first story. Got it?
No,
because
that's what they showed in the video and
all the trailers and stuff was like only Titans were holding this weapon, only Warlocks were holding this, and I did the same thing. I assumed that weapons were class based.
Okay.
Yeah. So my first one was Hunter, and then Titan. Well, I went to Warlock then after that, just to try it out, and I despised the jump. Yeah, me too.
It's rough, dude.
Well, gosh. I was actually going back and watching my old footage playing Destiny 1, and you know what I mained back then? I mained a Titan. I love Titan. I still love it.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, but you're not going to be now, because I've been a Warlock for a long time. I'm a Voidlock, man. I've been playing Voidwalker ever since they introduced Shatter in Destiny 1. I still wish they bring that back. I was hoping they would with Void 3.0, but alas, not going to be happening. But, I just like the Void subclass for some reason. It just the blink and stuff. I'm the only class that can blink. I
said for now.
Oh, shit. You talking about
I
our
do
bet?
want to point out.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying. What are you talking about?
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, we have a.
No, Gator, I said for now.
You're talking about because
you're the only class that can.
Yeah. Because of our 3.0 coming next season. Got you.
Yeah, I've watched some cutscenes, and my Titan has definitely blinked during those.
What? I don't think Titans have ever blinked.
Mine blinks all the time.
Oh, okay.
In every cutscene with the helmet off.
Every cutscene, yeah. It's a really good motion capture.
Okay.
Don't worry, you'll catch up to that one. Give it time.
I'm still trying to.
Hey, don't worry, man.
You're talking about a bad connection? Is that what you're talking about?
We all go through our life at our own pace, and this is your moment.
Yeah. Here's the thing you don't understand is that Gator doesn't pay attention to the story. He's watching YouTube videos while he's playing, so he doesn't really know what's going on.
I'm sorry.
So he doesn't notice all the blinking the other classes do.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. All right, Hazel. One more each? Sound good?
Bring it.
Sure. So I like this one from Joker. It's a 2-part question here. It's the first part is, what is your favorite non-exotic weapon?
Non-exotic.
Ooh, non-exotic weapon.
Non-exotic. For me, it's Blast Furnace. I still like the 4-bolt or the 4-shot pulse rifles, and even though they're not as strong as they used to be, now that I can use them in Iron Banner, I still love that gun. Such a great gun. Different sights, different scopes. It was great.
Mine is something that I just got now. Or, well, not now, but last week. The Adept Horrors Least. It's my new flavor of the moment. So
Yeah, it's nice. I missed the boat on it.
It is.
I missed it that last week. It's okay.
Because you have to actually play.
Still won't help you in the Crucible against me. Just saying.
See, I mean,
we'll see. Yeah. You got an answer there, Fud?
You're
What?
Yeah.
I'm in a mood, man. Maybe it's just because I'm fading.
It's because we called him out on texting and driving. For me, going back again, folks, this is the pivotal moment of my gaming life was Leviathan. But when you could only get the Midnight Coup from defeating Callus, and it had before we had random rolls and stuff.
Yes.
And if you had that, it was. I have a clip of it dropping for me and me freaking the fuck out and jumping up and down, and that was just so much. The moment it happened was so memorable. But just it was a great hand cannon. It was fun to use, very effective. It looked gorgeous. Tons of kills on that thing.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm thinking of a good one here to go out
So
on. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, well, wait. Part of the question
Oh, sorry, my bad.
is if you met a celebrity out in the world, say at a store or something, how would you react?
Depends on the celebrity. There's some that I would hopefully just be like, oh, cool. I saw them today. And I know there's definitely a few where I would, as cool as I like to think I'd stay, I'd probably oh my God, it's happening, And then there'd be some where I'd be like, I'm going to leave. Probably Gator, if I ever saw him at a coffee shop. No, I'd get all excited and hyperventilate.
You probably run once you see me. No.
Oh God, there he is. No, I'd be honking because I couldn't get through the goddamn light because you were texting.
No, that was awesome, man. That was great. That is comedy talent, folks. That was great.
Amazing.
But
oh shit.
Yeah, fucking if I ran to Brendan Fraser, I'd freak the fuck out.
I understand that.
I'd throw that on the list. Catherine Zeta-Jones, I'd have to shoot my shot, even if my wife and kids are with me. Charlize
awesome.
Theron, I'd probably just pass out.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
That. Gator?
For me, I probably, if you would ask me this question 5 years ago, I probably would have said, Keanu Reeves or Harrison Ford.
Oh my God, yeah.
People like that. Robert Downey Jr. I realized that the journey they took to get there is amazing. And that would probably get me hyped to be a little freaked out. But I would also think about how people are always acting around them. And I always want to be the person who's going to be cool about it and say, hey, man, or just give them a nod, like your movies, man. I think that's at least, yeah. I mean, I've seen, I would just be cool.
What have you seen?
I would just be cool.
What just transpired right there?
Yeah. Did you see some of their
I'm
stuff?
in Florida, dude. I see famous people every now and then. Especially if you're out of Disney and stuff, you see them all the time. They're very good at hiding their, they're wearing a cap or they're dressed
You do
down.
realize that Mickey Mouse isn't a real person, right?
What?
Like that's just a
Shut
random
your
guy in a
mouth.
costume?
You shut your mouth. I mean, I've seen Bruce Willis. I saw him out at Universal one time.
Oh shit. That's dope.
He was out with his two kids. I think it was his 2 kids.
Nice.
I'm trying to think, but they're real low key. And you realize how much work goes into propping them up when they're in front of a camera, all the production and everything. And when they're in the real world, they're just normal people, man. They're just, and usually, and I'm not trying to shit on stars, but they're always shorter than I thought. They're always smaller people. Maybe smaller people just work in front of cameras better. I don't know what it is, but they don't look as big as they do in the movies. That's the production value. I respect the process.
Fascinating how many people you see like behind the scenes.
Yes.
And they're like using like really stilted shoes in all their scenes and stuff.
You just don't know what's behind the scenes. I mean, they do. Yeah. There's so much that we don't know.
Short people just have more razzmatazz.
Like, I'll give you a for instance. I love watching Stephen Colbert, The Late Show. I love watching his stuff. And I wonder in the background, he probably sits with his writers like 3/4 of the week, going over jokes and seeing if they're funny and stuff. All the lackluster stuff. And then you see how polished everything is when they're in front of the cameras. And it's pre-recorded even. You loses a little bit of the fandom. At least it has for me. I know. You hear about where these people started. I mean, I was watching Keanu Reeves' story on YouTube the other night, and he was an extra on a movie, and he was a nobody. And he got a couple of good breaks. And I think half of life is being lucky sometimes, being at the right place at the right time. I really do. So, he might have been just been a normal, regular guy he could have been a painter. He could have been an electrician or something if it didn't work out in the acting department, so.
Luck's a huge, that's the thing. Yeah. Chris Pratt, actually, he was on what show? Do you guys know the podcast Smartless?
Yes, I do. I love that. It's one of my favorite podcasts right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a guest not too long ago, and his is the ultimate, like he was laying on a beach in Hawaii because he'd like lost everything, and like there happened to be a Hollywood executive there who saw him and was like, I think he'd be good for this one role. And like they flew him out to Hollywood to try out, and he was just the perfect moment at the time.
Wow.
And now he's, one of the most used actors ever. And he was just sitting on a beach in Hawaii.
And don't get me wrong, they're not just pretty faces. They have the full package. I mean, they've learned to hone it.
I haven't seen him, but,
I haven't seen his package, so
I want to.
Oh my God, you guys! But you know what I mean? That they get their break and they hone their talent. They really get good at it. I don't know.
I don't make $80 million a show for podcasting.
Well, yes, of course, the money is the big difference, but I mean, we're all, the first thing I read when I was starting a podcast is the first chapter of a book I was reading says, now you're going to be in the same pool and competition as NBC, ABC, ESPN, YouTube, blah, blah. They just started listing all the social, all the content out there in the world. And you're right there in the mix with everyone else. So anyway, that's my take on it. Probably not the best take, but I really wouldn't freak out. I really wouldn't. And like I said, I've seen famous people here in Florida from time to time, and I just leave them alone. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, same thing. I mean, for the most part, I just, would nod I've been out and I've seen Bengals players and things like this.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's just like really cool to, oh my God. But yeah.
To be honest, I'd probably panic and freeze. Everyone knows Unleash the Archers is one of my favorite bands. I've put their songs on like every podcast playlist I've been on. I went to see one of their shows one time. The lead singer, who's fucking incredible, was like sneaking through the crowd to get a beer, had her hood on, and she like bumped into me, and we made eye contact, and I was like, I recognized her and fucking froze and panicked. So I know that's what I would do.
See, musicians are different because you can't fake it till you make it. You're either good or you're not.
That's true. Yeah.
Now, if I ran across, you name it. If I ran across even someone like, any of my bands that I love to follow, if I came across them and I knew their faces from when I've watched them on either in concert or on videos and stuff.
Chad Kroger.
Who?
Chad Kroger? Neil Diamond?
No.
Yeah.
Neil
I would
Diamond's not
kiss
gonna.
his feet.
I'm not gonna be stopping to say hi to Neil Diamond. Sorry, not a fan. I mean, I love his music back when I was a teenager. Who?
No. Chad Kroger?
Yeah, I'd ask him. I'd ask
Wait a
him.
minute.
To
You
sign
talking
this
about?
photograph.
No. You talking? No. You're not talking about him.
I'm with you, Hazel. Don't worry.
What? It's a legit question.
No. Yeah. Chad Kroger? No. I mean, I don't know. Musicians are different.
Do you know who Chad Kroger is?
He's the lead singer for, I've been trying to think of which band he's in. I'm trying to think.
So no, you don't know. Okay.
God
That's
damn
all.
it.
You're fine.
What's like a
Hold on.
small amount of change you'd get back?
I know it's Nickelback. I know. Because I
There
couldn't
you
think
go.
about it. I couldn't think about it at the time. But yeah. And
If they ever recast for drivers, dive-ins, and and dives, I think Chad Kroger would do a really good job.
all right.
Amazing.
Thank you, community. We have a lot of still to cover for the show comes to an end.
I don't know
so
what happened the last 20 minutes, so
I'm in a fog. Too much Topgolf tonight, I guess, and maybe a little bit of alcohol too. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for the questions, community. We appreciate you. And if we didn't answer your question tonight, don't worry. We're not like those other podcasts who discard them every week. We hang on to them because you spent the time to ask us a question. And when the time is right, we'll spend the time to answer it. So thank you guys. All right. It is our last segment of the show, and we will be right back.
Hey, everyone. Looking for some like-minded gamers to talk Destiny with?
Or maybe just a place to de-stress and talk with others about life for a bit.
Or maybe just a place to discuss the latest movies, TV shows, and new music out there.
Well, wait. What about channels with New Year's resolutions or other goals? Oh, we also have a fitness section.
Well, you're also forgetting about channels with links to our clan, SpeakPipe, show music playlists, or even where to get a t-shirt, mousepad, coffee mug, condoms.
Man, you're forgetting about the podcast questions channel, where listeners can put in their questions for the show, and we'll play them live.
And our show feedback channel, where listeners can talk about past podcasts, and
Just stop. Hasn't this shameless plug gone on long enough? Hey everyone, just look for the GDC Discord community link in our weekly show notes, wherever you get your podcast out there, or just visit guardiandowncast.com, where there's an invite link you can use anytime.
and later, Guardian.
Just stop it, man.
What?
Just lay off the caffeine, man.
It's definitely not caffeine. It's sake tonight.
All right, this is our final segment of our Question of the Month episode. And this is where we ask the question for the Question of the Month for July, which was, if Bungie gave you a small team of developers, what would you do with them? How would you change the face or the gaming environment of Bungie? And we had quite a few speak pipes, and I'm just going to dive into them, Hazel, because we got a lot to cover here. You know, before we do, though, I know Fudd's looking up music right now too. Before we go to our speak pipes, Fudd, I wanted to ask you. If Bungie gave you a small team of developers, what would you do with it, man? What would you change in Destiny?
Ooh,
Or create.
Spoiler alert, I'd bring the Leviathan back.
Okay. The same
So I
way,
can
or
do the raid. Yep, do the raid. I want to do that raid every week again.
It was such a fun raid. It's actually the raid I have the most clears on.
Yeah, and if there wasn't enough room, I'd get rid of the moon.
I'm with you there, man. The moon's...
Does that still exist?
I haven't been on the moon in a long time.
No one has.
I mean, I had to do like so many waves of Altar of Sorrows, and I was like, pass. For the solstice, I was like, nah, I'm out.
when it first came back and everyone was hyped, I was like, oh, I'll check the Moon out. I love that in D1.
Yeah.
I started like a week later and everyone was already like, yeah, Moon was cool.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, they put a lot of cool stuff in the worlds, like the puzzle chest, and you had to do the pattern stuff. I mean, it was fun while it lasted, but I don't know. The Moon's pretty bleak. You know what? I want them to bring Venus back. Venus was my favorite planet of Destiny 1.
Venus is good. Yeah.
I miss Venus. That the Braytech facility, not Braytech, the school, was it called Braytech facility? No, that's on Mars. It was called the Braytech. Oh hell. It was the institute where they.
Oh yeah, Venus. I'm looking at.
Yeah, was it Braytech? Yeah, it was Braytech. Oh, I'm losing it, man. Anyway,
I'm looking it up.
That Ishtar Collective. Yes, yeah. Ishtar Collective. That's it.
I just wanted Citadel, the Shores of Time, and the Academy Archive.
I love that damn planet. I spent so much time on that planet in Destiny 1. If I was to have a small team of developers, it would be bringing back Venus, and maybe little improvements here and there, just to keep it fresh. I used to look up and see the rain falling on my helmet. It was great. On my goggles, on my helmet. Yeah. Pretty realistic. Well, while we're on the topic, Hazel, what would you do, man?
Mine would be something really, really small, actually. I would put in basically a little barber shop where you can change your face.
Oh my God.
Bring the beards.
Bless you. Oh, yes, that too.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
I don't understand why it's still not in the game, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah, beards. It can change your face, change your hair, make your character look like something who doesn't have like shit on his face because
right.
I
didn't know what you when you made your character.
A couple months into D1, I deleted my hunter just because I hated how he looked without his helmet on when I was in the tower, and started all over and regrinded everything.
Oh my God, really?
The ability to just sit down, and it's such a simple thing to just sit down and recustomize your character's face. Yeah. Brilliant.
See, a lot of people make female characters and stuff, but I've never done that in games. I always make someone that's similar to myself, or at least the way I want to look in the game. And it's just always been that way with any game I play. And yeah, the splash of paint graphics over your helmet or over your face, if you're a robot, you're not a human or an awoken, you're an exo instead. I don't know. Hazel, I've never thought of that, man. A little barbershop. That's a great idea. That's the first time I've heard of that. That's a good answer, man. All right. Let's dive into them, guys. I'm going to start from left to right and just start playing them here. This one is from, this is, just so you know, this is Dogapult 0117, and this is Hammer Crasher's kid. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Dogbolt, son of Hammer Crasher, and if I had a small team of Bungie workers, I would probably want to add Sparrow Race. I've never gotten to do it in Destiny 1, but I've seen people do it, and it looks really fun.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Great idea.
Imagine that. Bringing Sparrow Racing back.
There's so many people that have gotten to D2 that never played D1 that never got that experience. Yeah, no, that's 100% a good point.
Thanks, Dogapult. Good answer. Yeah. Good question.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Mr. Monkey. Not Killa, Mr. Monkey. Or Mr. Monocle, that is. Here we go.
Hey guys, Mr. Monkey here. Just in case Gacy gets confused, that's the one that wears the monocle, not the Canadian killer one. In terms of the question for July, reading the comments that Ronan left in the Discord, I'd be hard-pressed to think of a better answer, to be really honest. But in terms of what I would do with a small team, I'd like to see the events get brought in every season into the story. It seems a bit of a disconnect that 1 minute we're facing existential dread and the nightmares that we face, and then the next week we're dicking around in the EAZ with protecting bonfires or whatever it's going to be that we're going to be doing. As I record this, Solstice is about a week away. So I think it would be really good if the seasonal events actually tied in with the seasonal story or had a little bit of narrative, To be fair, I thought they did a good job the last season of The Haunted, giving that a little bit of lore and a little bit of story, but I'd like to see that built upon. As I say, I'm recording this before Solstice, so it may surprise me. Love you both, and see you soon. Bye.
Yeah, I like that idea too. Tie in the story to that makes sense, because you know they're coming, right? They come every year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I realize the darkness is here, and we're all about to die, but I'm going to go bake some cookies.
Good point. Grandma's back. All right. This is the actual Hammer Crasher 32.
Hammer Crasher 32 here. It's my answer for the question of the month. What would I have a small group of devs do? What would I like to see them do in Destiny? I would like to see the EAZ utilized more. And to do that, I would want that turned into an arena for PvP big team battles with like 8 or 10 people per team, and possibly, using vehicles or something like that. You'd probably have to adjust health gates or something. I don't know how that would work. I'm not a developer. Anyway, I'd love to see the EAZ utilized more. I think it's an awesome area. I love the dystopian, everything broken down look. And I think a big team battle would be fun, be something new, instead of just the 6v6 or 3v3. And that's what I want to see.
Thanks, Hammer Crusher 32. That's the one thing I have to say I like about Solstice this year is the game, the game type the process of throwing the balls in the bonfire and stuff, and then Bonfire Bash, killing the boss at the end. I really like it. It's really quick, but you can make it last longer if you want. There's no clock on the back end of it where you can farm kills or whatever to unlock weapons. But yeah, I never thought of it that way. Hammer Crusher, that'd be a pretty cool idea. All right, Mr. Runga.
Oh God,
I was waiting for you to say that.
Hello guys, this is RNG Gator or Runga, and I'm here to give my 2 cents on the question of the month. If Bungie assigned me a small team of developers, what would I have them work on? A lot of things, but I think one thing I would have them work on, which would make Gators so very happy, would be to get rid of bounties. Just give you XP for what you're doing, so you don't have to run from vendor to vendor. I know you have the app to pick it up. That's still annoying, but just get rid of bounties. Let me play the game, and that's it. Thanks, guys.
Next answer is
I agree.
What a shitty take.
That is a shitty take, isn't it? I agree. It's shitty.
God,
who would say that?
It's almost like someone
Besides
coached
us.
them. Something sus here.
No,
it took him forever to get to the point too. Jesus Christ.
It's so critical, Fudd. Jeez. I love you for it, though. I do.
He couldn't even say his own name right.
Shit. Okay, I'm going to keep moving. We got a lot of them here. Golden God.
Hey, it's Golden here. If Bungie gave me a team to work on one aspect of the game, I will have them work on the Vanguard Ops. It needs work. It's boring. It's bland. Same thing every time. People skip over that, go straight to Nightfalls. Let's add more modes to it. More modifiers. More game types. Let's just say you have Run a Strike. Let's put a Mayhem Strike. See how much fun you'll have with your super all the time. Heck, even add a Team Scorched mode on there. See how much fun you'll have trying to kill a boss with a Scorched Cannon. Things like that to make it more playable so you can grind them Vanguard ranks without having to do a Nightfall and without having to pull your hair out of there. Because it can be mind-numbingly boring just running regular strikes. Well, thank y'all for having me.
Thanks, Golden God. That's a good...
thanks.
We've had a lot of people talk about the strike playlist, and I mean, I've been talking about adding a solo version of it for I don't know how long, but I know. What do you guys think? You think that'd be a good area to work in? The Vanguard?
Listen, Mayhem Strikes is probably the greatest idea I've heard
That's
yet.
a great idea.
legit. That sounds like a stupid amount of fun.
Or what was that?
That's Daybreak.
Yeah, just going to say. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was in D1. It was called Daybreak. And you're supercharged faster. I think
that's right.
Your abilities, too.
Yeah, everything. It was just on steroids. Yeah, I like that. Great answer, Golden God. Thank you, buddy. Mr. Corporal Leader is next.
Hi there, Corporal Leader here. So this is my answer for question of the month. If I had a small team of developers, I would redo all the events. I'm sorry, but all the events we've had for a while now are all pretty much just rebranded the same old things over and over. Just tweaking the armor a little bit, just tweaking what you have to do a little bit, tweaking the maps a little bit. But why not whole new events or maybe new maps for these things? So that is what I would do. Sorry, Gator. I know you want us to bring Destiny online, but this is what bugs me the most about Destiny is their events. Thank you, guys. Have a good show.
Someone's going to bring Destiny online. Someone's going to say it here. I'm hoping. I got a few more answers left. Yeah.
No, that's a good one, though. I mean, that goes with Mr. Monkey's answer.
Yeah. And
that'd be really cool.
We need new maps, man. We need new maps, period. That would help too. All right.
Well, that's PvP though. I mean, you're talking.
No, I'm talking
he's
both.
Not talking about PvP.
No, I'm talking strike maps too. I mean, different venues for strikes, new strikes. When's the last time we saw a new strike?
Strikes.
Where?
Yeah, and
we saw 2.
No, Blade. What was it called? The one on Witch Queen was a remake. Well, Light Blade. Yeah, it was. Never mind. It was a different venue. My bad. Okay. Well, then I stand corrected. You won't hear me say that
You're
again.
sitting down. Oh.
All right. Master Wabbit.
Oh,
hello, I'm Master Wabbit, and if I had a team at Bungie, I would look into overhauling Gambit completely. The mode has always been decided by who has the best invader and which team actually banks their moats. How about this? Instead of 2 separate areas, both teams are in the same large area, patrol-sized or even larger. Primevals roam the land, kind of like the Monster Hunter series, but in order to kill them, you need moats from regular enemies that are patrolling the area. The moats build up a buff that lets you damage Primevals, but enemy Guardians drop moats as well, but beware, they can also kill you. There's a lot that would need adjusting, balancing, and plenty more, but it's a start that I would love to have a hand in.
Man, that is a great idea.
That is a great voice. Can I throw that out there?
Yes, he has an announcer voice.
Yeah.
He's a streamer, by the way, Master Wabbit.
Oh,
I visited
yeah.
his stream.
Oh,
yeah. Good guy. Really nice guy.
Yep. Seems kind of funny to have Master Wabbit and ElmmerFudd.
ElmmerFudd.
Yeah, I wanted to be against him at first, but it's great points.
That's
Yeah, I'd be for that.
I'd be for that,
That would
too.
put me in Gambit for a little bit, anyway.
Yeah, and it'd be more direct competition, too. I mean, yeah, I like that. And it'd be a big enough area where you couldn't grief people too badly. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's definitely purely who has a good invader, and that's kind of really it.
It's getting old. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And then worst thing they did was put that stupid, where they go immune and you have like a sliver of health left.
Oh, yeah.
It's so annoying, man.
That's annoying.
It's just
making it last longer, not actually making it.
Just, I mean, if you're better than me and you melt your boss before we do, then you're better than us, and
it's
we
over,
should lose.
and I'm out of here.
Yeah, no.
I'm just doing it for my weeklies anyway. I don't
exactly.
give a shit.
We don't need baby bumpers. Thank you. All right, Rodimus.
Well, good afternoon, Guardian Downcast. I am submitting my question of the month. Did a lot of thinking on this, and I'm glad that Gator gave us an extension on it. And I thought about tackling the economy of Destiny. Is it's so hard to get all these wonderful supplies that Gator talks about.
I feel set up.
Whether it's legendary shards, ascended alloys, enhancement cores, enhancement prisms, and the golden golf balls. Then I decided, I'm not going to talk about that. Then I was thinking about talking about Gambit. Well, as we know, Gambit is not the greatest, but even if I fixed Gambit, Hazel would still bitch about it, so I wasn't going to fix Gambit. Then I thought about attacking Crucible. Well, PvP just sucks. The competitive play is just not there, and the skill matchmaking, and it just is not the greatest. Then I thought about making house factions, whether it was like Korra's house, or Cyrus's house, or the best of all, Lord Shax's house. You get different perks, different abilities, different weapons, different armors. Then I decided not to. Well, I've come to the point where I think I've nailed where I want to go with it, and I would create a planet where you spawn in with your fire team, and you start from point A, and you got to get to point Z. And point A is obviously going to be too easy to get to, but point Z will be like a Grandmaster level. So, to explain this, you log in with your fire team, and you'd have to get from point A to point B. And you would just face maybe like just regular cabals. No, nothing special, no champions, no red bars or yellow bars. But then in the next section, you would face the little harder stuff, maybe a champion intermixed here or there. But then it would progressively get harder. So my thinking is that you can sign in, and you can get to checkpoints and save your checkpoints for the week, and then come back. But it would be pretty hard to get to the final checkpoint, and I think that would maybe get to where we need to be for end game content. I feel that the end game content is either GM levels. To me, end game content is raids, but the 5% of the people that listen to this podcast have been playing for thousands of hours will disagree with me, but that's okay. That's their opinion. The rewards would be purple weapons, purple armor at the beginning, maybe a sprinkle in an exotic here or there. But the true reward would be the materials you would get to help your weapon crafting and the different aspects of it. And I think that would be a fun experience. It's kind of like a Conquer map, but without any PvP intermixed. And it just, probably would just get a lot harder to play. And I think that would be a wonderful idea to do. But I'm trying to go as long as I can, like Mo, but this is kind of hard just to ramble on and whatnot. So I will end that with, I'd create a planet, make it from an A to Z checkpoint, A being the easiest, Z being the hardest, and go from there. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you decide to listen to this, and toodles.
Man, I hope Bungie listens to this episode, because that is a fantastic idea. Rodimus, kudos, buddy. That took some thought. You know what that is? Did you guys ever play the game Extinction in Call of Duty?
How does that one work?
You land on a ship. You land on a floating ship, and aliens invaded it. And you have to bring this drill and drill into these hive nest.
When the hell were aliens in?
Just hear me out. Hear me out. I got it on my YouTube channel. I used to stream it. I still get people watching my guides on that. I love that game.
Like
they were in there. It was something. It was added after. It was added after zombies and all that were added. It was something that I think it was. I want to say Infinity Ward did this one. It was their take on because people were tired of zombies, and they made this game where you landed in. You had basically, I think, 5 different maps or 5 different situations. One was my favorite was on a ship, and you would bring this drill and put it on like a nest hive, and it drilled into it and killed it. But you had all these creatures jumping around trying to eat the drill, and you'd have Call of Duty weapons, and you'd go around and shoot and keep them off the drill, and you had a timer on the drill, and when the drill was done, it said, okay, it's done, we're moving on to the next area. And it was, dude, I had so much fun doing that. That was my pre-Destiny gameplay right there. And the fact that you could land on, say, Nessus, and you started and there were just a few aliens here and there, a few Vex maybe, and you killed it and you moved on to the next point. And just don't put any bullshit timers on it, please. Rodimus, outstanding, sir. That is a great idea. And that's why, you know what? That's one of the reasons I asked this question, as I was hoping someone would come up with a really just out of the box idea. And this is one of them, man. What do you guys agree? Disagree? I'm full of shit.
I'm with you. All the way.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd be playing that, man. I'd be playing that all the time.
Absolutely. It's the more, the intricacy, it's just something that spices it up for sure. Because it was a couple Speak Pipes ago, they were talking about how, most of the events and everything is just copy paste with a little bit on it. So you don't really have a lot of different experiences in the game, besides raids and stuff for sure. Yeah.
Right.
That sounds awesome.
Man, that so far, that's my favorite. All right.
I think it's a good idea. I just think that I mean, we need one more thing that he didn't mention in there.
What's that?
A leaderboard.
Absolutely, dude. That goes without saying. Absolutely. I mentioned that with Rocker Dude's Horde mode last week that he talked about. Yeah, leaderboards, man, because what are you always doing? We're always comparing each other's rank in our own Discord here in a big leaderboard. Or we go to Charlemagne and we look at the leaderboard for KAD and Crucible, or how many clears we have of we're all gamers, man. We want a leaderboard to at least have a little fun, jovial, brag rights, you know?
Well, absolutely.
All right. Good thought out there. Blah, 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 blah. Good thinking there, Rodimus. All right. I'm losing it. We're almost there.
Drinking out of a dog bowl there?
No.
Jesus.
We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. All right. This is from Arisen Phoenix. Hey, he had time to get to one. Nice. Here we go.
Let's go.
Hey, Arisen Phoenix here. Finally remembering to record a question of the month answer. My car doesn't like to cooperate when I do think about it, so yeah, anyway. Quick and easy answer. SRL. Bye.
Yeah. I agree, man. Sparrow Racing's awesome.
Nice. Surprised you didn't fall asleep halfway through that speak pipe.
Exactly. Nice and short and sweet. Thanks for that, Arisen Phoenix. That was nice, man. I love it. Yeah, we've had more than one person ask that for that. And
I love you, Phoenix.
That's probably been in the Destiny community as well, about the same amount. So, hey, it's Brittany.
Let's go.
See what she has to say.
Hey guys, it's Brittany. And my answer for the question of the month is I actually have a few different things. My special little team is going to be very busy. I hope they have a lot of coffee and no families to go home to.
Oh, no.
Because we're going to switch up the bounty system.
Oh, no.
I am so sick and tired of spending my materials to buy a bounty, to do work, to get more materials. They need to just give you like challenges, like in the beginning of Destiny 2, where you get weekly bounties that are just there. And you can do them or you cannot do them. And then you either get materials or you don't. Right? Simple. Mm-hmm. And then I also want to change up the vault space system because I'm sick and tired of having a full vault. But not just my vault, also my inventory on my character list. Why do I have to be maxed out on golf balls? Why can't I just have as many as I want?
Preach.
I don't see what the big deal is. So we're going to change that too. And we're going to have unlimited space for everything. Who is it going to hurt? Nobody. That's right. So my team is going to get to work. And I'm also going to send this into Bungie because I think it's a great idea. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Preach,
I
Brittany.
can't believe no one else has talked about vault and inventory.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
That's the first.
Yeah. I think we're all just immune to it now. We're just like, it is what it is.
Yeah. But it doesn't need to be. And that's what our team's going to do.
Why are we maxed out at 10 golf balls? Why? What's that purpose is that serving? Other than we have to immediately use it in something so we can collect more of them, not waste them. So stupid.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, it basically makes it so you keep playing. You know, that's the intent behind it.
I understand. It's just a shitty way to
play.
You know how you make me play more is put some more interesting stuff in the game or allow me to farm stuff if I want to farm stuff. My God, let us play the way we want to play. All right.
Oh boy.
And they will let you do that on Destiny Online.
They will eventually, Fudge. You're right. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, Gator, in order to do it, you have to actually play it.
All right. Now I'm going to play a GM this weekend. Okay. I've
my God.
already set it up. I'm playing Monday night. Yeah. I've got Salt and Metal Jaws, I think, join me.
Wow.
Doing that Monday. Yeah. I mean,
you know how many GMs I've done this week alone?
How many?
12.
Jeez.
Damn. That's like 2 a day.
Of course, I've got to go watch a Fallout video to find out how to get through it quick without bumping my head against the wall, but okay. I got to know what cliff to jump over so I can skip some ads and I'm all right. I'm not going to go.
Why?
I'm not going.
Why?
Because because you have to farm them to get the double drops and all the materials. You have to use it as a farm. I'm not playing it because I love GMs. I'm playing it because I'm playing for the loot. I want the loot.
You've never, I mean, it's in-game content, man. It's in-game materials that you're wanting.
It's the only feasible way for me to farm higher level materials. They don't give me any other option. Nothing feasible.
No, they don't.
Anyway. Why is that?
But
why do I have to go through a strike?
You can go through trials.
The logging in every day feels like a trial, you know?
Oh my God. Sorry, Fudd's like, is there history here about something? I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, it's been a sticking point.
I know the history and I love this.
It's been a sticking point. And, I'm not going to
he doesn't want it. Basically, he just wants the material. He doesn't want to do the hard content to get it.
Just give me an avenue to farm it.
That's the rub.
Give me an avenue to farm it.
There is.
Yeah,
you have an avenue.
One way to farm it. Go play a GM.
Trials.
That only 5% people play.
Trials.
No, I'm sorry. 1% of the population plays GMs. And trials?
No, they don't. I'm sure that more than 1%. Because this week, I'm sure a lot of people
Maybe this
doing
week's
GMs.
Different. That's why I'm playing. Because it's double drops.
Double drops.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, it's also an easy GM this week.
It is.
Okay.
It's so easy, Fudd did it.
Yeah, I did it 12 times.
Right. I believe you. I do. Frostbite's got one here. Let's listen and see what he has to say.
Hey everyone, Frostbite here to answer the question of the month for July. So my idea is a mod kiosk that would be put in the tower. And basically, you would just exchange a mod for, I don't know, like gunsmith materials, for instance. And you would be able to choose the mods that you want, whether they be old mods like Charged with Light, a bit newer ones that would come out, so like maybe a seasonal mod or something like that. But the point of it is that way you don't have to, say, wait for Ada to have that mod to come in on a daily rotation, where you can just go in, get it, and, go complete a build that you need it for. And that's my idea. Have a great rest of the show.
Thanks, Frostbite. That's a great idea, too, because I watch YouTubers who list or give you got to go to Ada 1. This hasn't been here in 3 months. What is up with that? And I have all the mods. I mean, but my alt characters don't. And I have to go to Ada 1 and collect them all because I haven't played enough on those characters to collect them naturally playing the game. This is just one of those extra things that new players have to deal with. Someone tells them to put this mod on. They're like, I don't have that mod. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not to take away from Frost's idea here, but I don't think there should be that. I think they should just give the mods to everybody.
Just unlock them all.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm good
what
with
does
that
it
too.
hurt?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Other than they want you to log in every day and check and see what's on the rotation, I guess.
I mean, but what makes more sense? I mean, logging in and, killing yourself to, because you missed something one day and you're like, oh, well, I guess it's a rat from me this week, or, I'll get it in 3 months when it comes back around.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I agree, man. I don't know, some kind of exchange kiosk. We should have those in the tower just for people who haven't been here when we've been here. We've got thousands of hours in this game. Of course we have all the mods, but there's a lot of people who don't.
Yeah, you've already experienced it and loved it. Why shouldn't they?
You have all your mods, Fudd?
Yep, every single one.
That's what I figured. That's why I asked. Okay.
Yeah, why'd you laugh, Hazel? That's so weird of you to do that.
Dudes, it's Minor.
Dudes, this is Minor. And this is my answer for the question of the month on if we had a team of devs, what we would do. And I mean, quite honestly, and I know I'm probably going to catch some heat from this, and I know the Destiny community in its entirety would be extremely pissed. But honestly, I would just get rid of D1. Just get rid of the original Destiny. I know it's like, oh, everybody likes going back to it and it's so much fun. It's nostalgic. Like, no, just get rid of it. Use all the resources they put into that and just put more into D2. Most of us play D2. I mean, if I had to make an accurate guess, easily twice as much as D1. But yeah, that would be what I would do. Love the show, guys.
Finally, Destiny Online. Thank you, Miner. Thank you. Bring it all over, man. Why? You have the resources. Bring it over, man. Get rid of Destiny 1. No one's playing it anyway.
Yeah, he didn't say bring it over. He said delete it so that we not have to take care of it, so then we can just put more stuff into Destiny 2.
I know. I was playing
exactly.
I was playing it up.
No. You will not play this up. All right? Destiny 1 had its goddamn time. Okay? I want Destiny 2 content. I don't need to relive the glory days. I lived them. Okay? I didn't peak in high school. I'm living now.
But, Mom, I want it.
Stop deleting D2 stuff to bring me fucking D1 stuff. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. Go back and play D1. Jesus Christ.
But Ma, I want it. Yeah, I know where you're coming from there, Fudd. Good point, man. I know. I don't know. All I can figure is maybe it doesn't take them as much manpower to maintain a game that's already been out forever. I'm sure they
don't do any updates.
No, but they do have hiccups where they have to work on Destiny 1 servers. They did the few weeks, in first of the week, I think. Yeah.
It's a gaming cycle. That's why fucking, vanilla WoW came back out again because people will never be as happy as they were the first time they experienced something, and everyone needs to have it back. And then when they get it back, they go, that was all right. Insert the moon here.
Maybe. I just want my Parthian shot back. That's all. That slow firing pulse that just kicks ass.
I'm down for bringing some guns back. That's fine, but I don't need, And
I mean, when Destiny 2 first came out, they had this picture of all these different, it was when they came out with the transmog system. They had all these pictures of all these past armor sets. And I was like, oh, that was from Destiny 1. I want that one. I want that one. When do I get that one? No, it's, we don't get all of them. It's just Destiny 2. It's like, well, bullshit. Bring them all.
I would like the armor designers from D1 to be hired on for D2 at some point for sure.
I don't know how that works. I would hope some of them are already over here. I don't know. I can't say for sure.
There's some cool looking armor, but we definitely had some armor designs that were way cooler.
I'm going to get nostalgic. All right. We have 3 left, guys. Hang in there. 3 left. And of course, it's Mo.
All right. So the question for the month for July was if Bungie assigned me a small team of developers, what would I have them work on? Well, for starters, I feel like the patrol spaces and open world spaces are, just really hankering right now. Like there just isn't much to do. I feel like for the time I put in an open world, like on Orbit and, just patrolling around planets, I feel like I deserve to have my time shown in endgame content. So Senate shards, enhancement prisms, enhancement cores, certain alloys, if I want to craft some weapons with enhanced perks. I feel like that'd be a great start if I had my own team, just really liven up that place of the game. Fuck worrying about game breaking bugs or, end game content like raids and dungeons or trying to improve the engine or making it Destiny Online. I feel like getting end game materials in patrols is where we need to be. And
sarcasm here.
Yeah, and if I can do that, then I can have my fully triple 100 stats on, and then I can, just knock out patrols and bounties and level up Devrim all the way to rank 16 so I can get more materials off him, so then I don't have to be material poor. Yeah, I think that's what I'd use the team for.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just fucking shitting you, man. There's no fucking way. I don't know how I managed to deliver that whole fucking pitch and not just break down in tears. I have re-recorded because the last one, it sounded like I literally shoved the mic down my fucking throat. So
I'm
trying to stay as far back as possible because SpeakPipe just wants to amplify my voice to fucking 120. Anyways, this was my fake answer for question of the month.
Mo.
I'll provide my actual answer in the next one.
No.
Mo wins.
Damn it, Mo. You had me there. I finally bought in. I finally bought in.
He was so excited. He's jumping up and down in his seat.
He bought in the minute that I laughed, just for the record.
Yep.
God. All right. Well, Mo, what is your real answer?
All right. So this is my actual response to the question of the month. You know what? A lot of people have given some great ideas here, so I had to think of one on the fly. Because there was somewhere, like, you know, if you asked me the question, I would have given their kind of response, like an in-game LFG system or the New Light experience. So I guess, for me, seeing as I have a friend that's been asking about Destiny, like, he's literally not played since he's not played since Forsaken, but then he said that, but then he did say later to me that he did log in and play the Shadowkeep campaign, and then after that he was done. So I literally sent him links of all the seasonal cutscenes, like all the story in those seasons. And like, I feel like even if it's a year after they've been released and taken out of the game, wouldn't it be nice to have it in game? Like, you know how they have do they still have that tab in the game? Let me have a look. Live report. Yeah, the timeline. And it shows you all the timeline of the seasons and all of that came before and the expansions and stuff. So imagine if you just clicked on them. They already have half of it in the game. So imagine you just clicked on Red Bull and then it played all the cutscenes and the story from there.
That's a good idea.
Yes, you've not played through it. And yes, they've taken out the game, but you can still see what happened. You can get like the whole story from the beginning of the game, from Curse of Osiris, from Warmine, from Forsaken, Season of the Forge, Drifter, Opulence, Shadowkeep, Undying, Dawn, Worthy, Arrivals, Beyond Light, Hunt, Chosen, Splicer, Lost, Witch Queen, and then Risen, Haunted, and then whatever the two that comes after that, the 2 seasons, and then the fucking expansion as well. I feel like that is a part of the game that a lot of people miss out on. A bit like yeah, I miss out on the lore. And yeah, I can read the lore pages and whatever. Like, fucking, you put a triumph behind it and I learn every single lore card there is in the game or lore book. But I feel like cutscenes and stuff, even after a year, because like you're not selling the seasons anymore after a year goes by. So no one's going to be able to purchase that and no one's going to be able to play that again. So I feel like if they could add that into the game, returning players can at least catch up on the story. Catch up on the whole story if they're like a new player. Like, just get all the info in. At least, let's say, I don't know, let's say it's a bit like watching a movie. Let's say you're trying to watch the Marvel movies and like you started at Endgame, or like you wanted to watch Endgame, but at least you can go back and watch every single movie beforehand. You can watch all the characters, have their own movies, then they come apart in this, or come together in this one movie, and then they all come together in this penultimate movie kind of thing. So I feel like Destiny can do that with showing all the cutscenes, the whole story, like every bit. I mean, maybe not bits of dialogue and like, you know, in-game chatter like through the helm and stuff like that, but at least just cutscenes. I feel like, you know, you can tell a lot of the story there for new players, because I know Bungie are trying to keep the game short on memory. It's fair enough, keep it short on memory. Like, you know, remove what you need to every so often and then get new stuff in the game, you know, for the next year or however many years they're in the game. But I feel like, yeah, cutscenes for story plots, the overall plot would just make more sense. Like, as opposed to jumping into the game right now, buying the newest expansion, whatever the hell it is, and then that's it. Like, you know, that's all you know, and you don't know anything that happened before. And, you know, the timeline doesn't really help. Like, yeah, it just tells you when these seasons came out. But, you know, that's all it does. Like, it just shows you, oh, Guardians did this. Guardians completed in Calyx's Menagerie or some shit and claimed their spoils. Good for them. What story happened in that? Like, what bit of story happened in that whole season? What sort of story? What was the overall story with, like, that, the raid, any dungeons and stuff like that? So yeah, that's my answer or response to question of the month. I didn't know what to go with, honestly. Like, I was just thinking about it for like about 5-10 minutes right now before recording this, and I was like, what would I do? And I guess this would be it. It's a good thing I sent my friend all the cutscenes, like a few days ago, because he wanted to catch up on the story because he's not played much. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go. I recorded this. It's almost gonna be 5 minutes, and I don't want this recording to, like, stop when I didn't get my point out. So yeah, that's my response for question of the month. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye-bye.
He squeezed out every bit of that 5 minutes too. Fud, you still with us?
Amazing. I'm still here. That was fantastic.
I liked it though.
Well thought out.
Go ahead, Hazel.
No, I mean, that's a great point. I mean, I don't know why it's not in there either.
Yeah, like have it like on your Bungie map, have it at the bottom, like your timeline, but say, here's what you missed. Or like have a year in review or something, catching people up. Cause that's, I have friends that haven't played since Destiny 1, or they played the first year of Destiny 2 and they were gone. You remember that time when it was a double primary meta and everyone's like, I'm out. But I have friends now that I want to bring back. I know they would love to play this game, but they're like, man, I haven't played in so long. I don't even know where I would begin. And it'd be nice to have just a little tab you can just click and just sit back and get some popcorn.
Yeah, also a better new player experience.
Yeah, it'd be all tied into that,
Well, I mean, speaking of that, I mean, I did create a channel on our Discord actually for new players.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it's like a bunch of things like that we've come across in the game that nobody else knows, or like it's all like tribal knowledge. And one of the things that I think it was, Mo added was previously on Destiny. So you can catch up on the complete story. And I believe there's cutscenes and everything in there.
They're in there?
So it's like, I mean, I think so. I think it's just everything that but that's the thing though, is like, it's a third party doing this.
Yeah,
it's not
I know.
Bungie.
I mean, we have some great third party developers. And I did visit that site, Hazel, that you're talking about. And I didn't see any cutscenes, but I didn't go deep enough into it. I was just skimming and saying, okay, Destiny 1, here's what happened. Okay. It was pretty cool, man. I mean, at least something's out there for our new player who's thinking about playing. I mean, right now, Fudd, if I said, hey, I really want to try World of Warcraft. I've never really dove into it. I dabbled with it a long time ago. Where would I even start, man?
Well, and that's an exciting question because they actually redid the entire new player experience where it has its own zone, cutscenes, updated graphics that lets you understand where the game is, kind of where the story is. You really in-depth understand your character, and then sends you into the world with all the knowledge you need instead of putting you in the starting zone in the middle of everything else.
I knew the answer. That's why I asked you, because I remember you telling me this last time that they redid everything on the getting new players. Yeah. It's
between getting my wife to start WoW and do that player experience and getting her to start Destiny. She gave up on Destiny fast because she was so bored because it was just quests to, do Gambit, step 2 of 5 and Strike step 3 of 7. And they're like, there wasn't an easy way to get into story at all. Yeah. It was not, I wasn't a fan of the new light new player experience.
Yeah.
Compared to just letting people do the Red War and start the game.
What's funny is I jumped into Halo, and I had not played any of the previous Halo games, and I think I jumped into Halo 4 and just played the campaign. I didn't want to do PvP, but I didn't really know what was going on. I mean, I understood who was who. I understood, okay, he's a friend of, okay. But I really didn't have any history or there was nothing to really, maybe it's just a Bungie thing. I don't know, but I know the feeling.
Bungie didn't do Halo 4.
What?
Yeah, Bungie didn't do Halo 4.
Oh, okay. Well, I think Bungie... Did they do a Halo 5?
Halo 5 exists, but Bungie didn't do it. No,
that's what I'm saying.
Bungie stopped after Halo Reach.
I played the story in Bungie, in Halo 4 and Halo 5, thinking they could tie it together, but I just was so lost because I didn't play the original game.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
It just was impossible to jump. I mean, I completed it. I got it done, but I completed the campaign. I know. Shocker. But I really didn't understand why I was doing what I was doing. Anyway, I was dealing with Cortana.
See, that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, is that, I don't know. I mean, who's at fault there? Is it you? Is it the game company? I mean, you're picking up the game in the 4th version of it.
I understand that. I understand that. But I mean,
in the means of Destiny, though, like, that's Bungie's fault. 'Cause my wife remembers me playing the Red War stuff, you know, and as, you know, say what you want. Your first time through, that was amazing.
It was a great story.
Some crazy over the top, you know, submissions.
Now it's gone.
And so that's what my wife thought she was getting into when we started. And it was like, we drop into the, not the EDs, the Cosmodrome, and we jump over a few boxes, and a guy's like, "Hey, you're a Guardian." And then we went and had to do Gambit like 7 times in a row.
Exactly.
She was like, "Where's," like, you talk about how over the top and exciting, how cool these moments are. And I'm not getting any of these moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too bad.
It was sad because I talked her in. It took me years to get her to try it. And then she was like, "This is boring. I'm done."
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. We got one more, guys. One more. And then we'll have our drawing. Here we go. It's from Scoot.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. It's Scoot. If I were to have a small team to better an aspect of the game, I would probably focus on differentiating weapons within their archetypes or adding more archetypes. Hand cannons are really the biggest offender. We're starting to like creep up into the maxes of stats. Like this season, we got Allstringer, which is damn near perfect. You push it to that 100 aim assist, even without it really being craftable. If you got the God roll, why bother going for another kinetic 140? For maybe a 5 increase to stability or something small. It's the same really in PvE for Fatebringer. Nothing's going to beat it out on the double damage perks. If there isn't a good reason to go after new loot, the game will get stale in a hurry. Just my opinion. You all have a great week, and I'll catch you in the Discord.
Thanks, Scoot. It's good to hear from you, man. All right, there it is, guys.
Thanks.
I got to admit, man, this is my most impressive question of the month so far. A lot of great ideas. What do you guys think?
Yeah, no, it's really, it was a great time for the community to come out and voice, like, and you could just hear, you know, it all comes from a place of passion. That's why they're listening to a podcast about the game and then speaking and recording their voice for said podcast. Like, yeah, people are passionate. It's awesome to hear.
Yeah, and not only that, but also, I mean, the fact that, I mean, not to disparage it or anything, but the game isn't perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, and no game is. It's just the way it is.
But, I mean, but that's what I mean, though, is that, we have all these ideas and everything else, and, I mean, but we still play it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get upset. We're not like, oh, I mean, we may get upset, but it's really not anything like, fuck it, you know, Bungie and, you know, making death threats and shit like that. But,
yeah.
So, I mean, you know, but we still love this game. We still play it and, you know, warts and all.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're the Destiny community. We're of course going to complain and bitch and moan about stuff. That's what we do, man. And everyone says this and says, it's because I love the game. It really is because people love the game. They want the game they want it to be better. And, you know, sometimes our ideas of a better game just doesn't keep up with technology in the real world, you know? Sometimes it just takes time.
Online. Yeah.
Good points. Hey, thanks guys thanks Fudd, especially for tagging along. I know there's a lot to listen to, but
I didn't realize that was part of the show tonight till after we started. And I was like, but like, again, it was exciting because it's all stuff, like most of it's stuff that I've thought about at some point and brought some things that never, like, I don't know how I never thought of Mayhem Strikes. Like, that's so in your face obvious, but I never thought of it. Brilliant, you know?
Yeah.
It was really fun to sit down and listen to everybody.
All right. Well, hey, let's give away some prizes here. Here's what I've done. I've numbered, at random, I've numbered everyone who put their answers in the Discord, in our Discord question of the month channel on our Discord. We have 7 of those, by the way. I just want to give a shout out to those who put them in there, even when they don't have time to read them all out. But Monkey, Kill a Monkey, he had put, an answer in there. Hades, even though he put another one. Did he put 2 in here? He did. So we have to disqualify him for at least one. Native Raider. I haven't heard from him in a while. He's kind of new to our Discord. Thank you for provide an answer to our question. Dorrath, who I just mentioned, him and his buddy, we brought through a raid together. Ronan Red Lion.
That was last week, but yeah.
Yeah, last week, exactly. Drafty even put an answer in there. And of course, our old buddy Easy, he put a question in there. Good old I'm Easy. Sorry.
An
he put an answer to our question. There we go. Todd, you can do it.
Got it. You
got
did
it, Skater.
it.
Anyway, there's 7 in our Discord question of the month channel that put their answers in there, and they're in the drawing. And then I have 17 speak pipes. We did play 3 of them last week. That was Hawkslayer, Rocker Dude, and Scum Death. Thank you guys. So I'm going to do it Potato Thumbs podcast style. I'm going to ask for a number between 1 and 24, ElmmerFudd, and that will be our $25 gift card to Amazon.
Let's go with a good old 15.
15 is Hammer Crasher 32. Congratulations, man. You won a $25 gift card to Amazon. All right.
Congrats.
Now, what we do now is the remaining speak pipes I have randomly numbered separately from our Discord written answers. And there are going to be 2 drawings here for podcast swag. And I need to take out Hammer Crasher here. If you mention his number again, then he has a new number now, by the way. If I mention his number, if you mention him again, then we'll draw again. I need a number, Mr. Fudd, from 1 to 17.
Ooh, 9.
9 is Corpo Leader. Congrats, buddy.
Oh,
got some podcast swag coming your way. I'll be in contact. And then one more time, same numbers, 1 to 17. And if we draw a duplicate, then we'll draw again.
Let's go with 11.
That would be Rodimus. So Rodimus Prime, or Prime Daddy, as I like to call him, and Carpo Leader. In fact, I better mark this down last week. Last month, I forgot who won. I had to go back and listen to the podcast. So yeah, let me mark those real quick here. Bear with me.
You're doing fantastic.
Thank you, sir. Perfect. Got it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Fudd. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, it is time for our question of the month for next month, or for August, since we're already in August. And I got to give credit. I went to our Patreon community in our Discord. I went to our private channel. I said, guys, I need a question for the month. What do you guys think? And we had a lot of great ideas. And Hazel, I got to give credit. Hazel jumped in and said, why would you guys want to ask that question? Maybe you should ask it like this. So I have to give partial credit to Hazel here, but this is our question of the month for August. You know, we've all heard the terms casual, hardcore, try-hard, serious casual, hobbyist, etc. And I'm not trying to create labels here, but our question for the month of August is, as you've played Destiny, what kind of player do you consider yourself? And not only that, but why do you think you are classified as that kind of player? What qualifies you, or what qualities do you think make you that kind of player? We're going to need our answers by Wednesday, August 31st. It's a shorter one. We don't have a ton of weeks. It's a shorter week because we had a longer week last month. And on episode 163, Hazel and I are going to play the answers like we did tonight from our speak pipes. And we'll also include our answers that anyone puts in our question of the month channel in our Discord. And we'll do it all over again. You can send us a voicemail, or your answer at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast. Or you can enter your answers into our question of the month channel in our Discord. I have both links in our show description right down there. And click those, join our Discord. You can get into it there and say hi to everybody while you're here. And we'll again have a $25 Amazon gift card and some more podcast swag. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. That was fun.
Absolutely.
And finally, we have some announcements before we go tonight. Hazel, did you have anything you wanted to mention before I move on?
I'll be putting out, I already put out scrims actually from now until the beginning of the next season. So
perfect.
One of them is actually on Saturday, I think the 20th, and it's at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Nice. That means our Brits can play.
Oh. Hope anyway. You know, that's the hope.
Yeah.
So I know that Mr. Monkey and Hades have already signed up. So here's hoping we can more people in there.
Yeah, we're trying to move it around, right? So we can make sure all time or at least some of the time.
Yes.
Different time zones can play.
Yeah, like there's one scrim that was tonight, and they had 9 people, and then
Nice.
next week is Saturday, I think, too.
Yeah. Nice. Good deal. And I think, weren't we changing it up to survival? I thought we said we were doing that.
We're going to try it. Monkey gave me a little bit of a rundown of how it went tonight, and yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right. We'll play it by ear then. All right. Anything else, Hazel?
I believe that's it for now.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Just want to give a shout out to our Patreon community. A special shout out to our Dungeon Champion patrons, Scoot and the Scarlet KM. Thank you, gentlemen. And of course, our Raid Boss patrons, Jealous and Frostbite. These guys have really gone above and beyond supporting the show. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you all. Yeah, thank you all.
And a thank you, of course, to all of our Patreon members out there. You know who you are. The support goes right back into what we're doing tonight. All this was paid for by our Patreon community. So if you see those shiny gold emblems in the Discord, hey, give them a little love. They've made it possible we can create little stuff like this. And yeah, it's all about our community. We put it right back in. And of course, who can deny with the little perks that come along with it? Oh, God. Still got the Gator name changes. I think we're going to add Hazel's in there too. We'll have to see if he agrees to it.
I thought you already did that.
No, I haven't added it yet. I wanted to make sure I asked you first before we did it. So yeah, Gator and Hazel name changes. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I did change one of our patron levels where you can actually take the speed run for a spin every year if you want to. Yeah. Just check our Patreon channel. It's patreon.com/support Guardian Downcast. And we have 5 different tiers, I guess you could say, with all kinds of different stuff. And of course, we have a private Discord channel where we talked in today, and special little gold color. No feet pics, please. Thank you. And thanks, guys. We really appreciate it.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah. Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fudd. Oh, here he is. I forgot.
Oh, hey.
Hey, it's Mr. Fudd. Final segment of our show, guys. Before we end the show tonight, we, of course, wanted to pick some beautiful music. And let's start with you, Mr. Fudd. What'd you pick for us tonight for our playlist?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's on here yet, but the band is Seatbelts, and the song is Tank!
We definitely...
Exclamation point. Do you have this?
Tank! Exclamation point?
So.
I don't think so.
This is one of the most incredible theme songs in the world. Well known for the theme song for Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, you're talking about the Netflix one, right? Or is this the actual anime?
I think they used the song for both, right?
Did they?
I think I only watched the first episode of the live action one.
I started watching the anime. It's really good. I like the style too.
It's really good. Yeah. Good for you. But yeah,
I know.
It's incredible.
I got shamed into watching it.
How's the... No. Don't you fucking start with that. No. You started watching anime
I was curious.
Because Jordan Peele said, no, you weren't even curious.
Yes.
Jordan Peele said that he gets his ideas from anime. And you were like, well, gee, I should check that out.
That is a true statement.
God and everybody saying this.
And he was on Smartlist, by the way. That's where I heard that, the Smartlist podcast. So, yeah,
everyone you know loves it. I wonder if it'd be good or not.
Weird. I know.
Oh, fuck them. I want to go to somebody I don't know and get their
okay, fine. I don't know. I always thought anime was like something that came before me, and then I really never got into it. I don't know.
Came before you?
Dragon Ball.
Everything came after you.
Yeah, everything came after you.
What did I say before? I mean, I came before. Yeah, never mind.
You have kids, obviously.
Yes. A lot of this stuff was produced after I was a kid, so I never really. The cartoons I got drawn into were Scooby Doo and anyway. So yeah, long way of saying, Fudd, we do not have that in our playlist. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem, buddy.
Great pick,
fantastic song.
Great pick.
I'm glad is this the first one you're watching?
What, the Cowboy Bebop?
Cowboy Bebop?
No,
Yeah.
actually, Dragon Slayer I like the best so far.
Oh, that one's good. Yeah.
And they,
Good pick with Cowboy
that they
Bebop,
sit
though.
there and explain things like what's going on in their mind before they actually do something. I'm like, you gotta get used to that. But I like it.
I'm proud of you. Legit. I'm really proud of you.
I mean, like
man.
he'll say,
Oh, wow.
"Well, he did not kill his daughter or sister, and yet she is possessed with a demon. She did not kill him. I wonder if." I'm like, "Are you going to do something here or what?" I mean, I just wasn't used to the style, but
it's
was
definitely
cool.
a different style.
I
No,
like
get
it though. I like the story plot. It's good.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, I'm growing up. Hey, Gator's growing up. All right.
Look at that, folks.
Holy shit. It only takes a third party who he doesn't know to
Hey, I've always been curious, but I just
lying.
Remember, it had to
son
be
of
a celebrity because he's on their plane now. So
what were we just saying
Yeah,
about blowing off
exactly.
celebrities that we don't freak out about? Yeah. Were we just saying that? Okay. All right, Hazel.
No, you were the one saying that.
Okay, that's right. Hazel, what did you pick this week, man? Did you get a song this week?
Yeah, of course. I went with Damn by Jairus Johnson.
Ooh, good pick.
Okay. Very cool. I haven't heard that one. I'll have to see when I put it in. If you guys could definitely post that in our private chat here, I'll pin it. There we go. All right. My music pick this week, I just find these, I don't know where I found these guys. It was just out of left field somewhere. And I was kind of into a metalcore kind of mood this week, kind of like something with heavy guitars and stuff. This band actually took their name from the street where their home rehearsal space and where they performed their live venues was located. They're an Australian metalcore band. They're right out of Byron Bay, New South Wales. It's a little, I know we don't know where this place is, but it's a little beachside town about 500 miles north of Sydney, Australia. They formed in 2003. They have released 7 studio albums. And my song is off their very latest album called Darker Still, and the song is called Glitch. The only way I can describe this band is it's like a mix of Ghost and Linkin Park, if you can imagine that sound. It's really good. Great sound. All right.
What's the band again?
It's called, did I say it?
No, you didn't.
I never said the band name, did I?
No.
God,
no,
I'm
you didn't.
losing it,
That's why-
man.
Yeah, it's only 4 a.m. for you or whatever.
Oh my God. It's not quite 3. I never wrote the band name down.
Is it?
It's called Parkside Drive. Holy shit.
Oh, Parkway Drive. There. it is.
Parkway Drive. Parkway Drive. Yes.
Hang on. I added that so I can listen. To it.
I've never heard this band before. They just somehow appeared in some playlist, and I was like, yeah.
But Gator, how could you enjoy them? It came out after you were born.
Don't start, man.
That wasn't.
It's way too
He
late.
came, though.
It's way too
He
late.
came.
Before I came.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You guys are having fun. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Not that much fun, though.
I know.
But yeah.
That's another episode in the can, guys. For all of our listeners out there, we have 158 other episodes from gamers all over our community. So take a look at those, especially if you're just finding out about us. And our listeners, hey, I'm talking to you in the car right there. Do us a favor, man. Hit that share button. Tell a friend about us.
Stop texting.
Don't text and drive.
Put down the phone.
Don't text and drive. I got to start with that statement.
Don't be like Crow. Don't be like
pull. You know what? Pull over offside the road and hit that share button and send the link
There.
to a friend that plays Destiny. We appreciate that. I'm terrible. I'm old. I don't know how to use Google barely enough to get in trouble, and I don't know anything about analytics and any of that stuff. So I'm relying on you guys. So help an old guy out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fudd.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been a fun ride, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It's I know this was more of a community based podcast episode, but when you said you wanted to come on, I wanted to work you in as quick as possible. So thanks for tagging along with us tonight, man.
You know, I'm not the most active. There's just too many Discords, and I'm not the most active. But you know, I've been around. Let's just say the first one was episode 5. And I've been back frequent enough. Like I feel like it was perfect for me to be here for a community episode like that. It worked out great. I loved it.
Nice. Well, I appreciate all your comments and stuff. It was great. Where can people find all of your glorious content, sir?
Yeah, you can find me Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all those places at ElmmerFuddGames. ~D. And my podcast, Just Some Gamers. Just look us up on all your podcatchers. We're out there. We will record again someday. Hey, love you.
I like it. Short and sweet. Oh, man, so professional, Hazel. Jeez.
Yep, he is. Like he's done it before.
Like he's been here around a while, you know?
Once or twice.
Been around the block.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
He might have been an inspiration to us, that's all.
Stop it.
Hazel, where can people find you, man?
Hey, I'm still trying to see about trying to get a song out of you like JC Jesse got.
Oh, like Fuck Forever?
Well,
That was amazing.
He made us a song. We play it at the beginning of every.
I know, but I mean, the songs that he did for JC Jesse. I mean, it was that one, and what was the penis song?
What?
I thought we only did the one song.
I thought it was May You Fuck Forever.
No, I think there was two.
I got the
Hope You
T-shirt.
Fuck Forever was classic. Yeah, I'm so jealous of that T-shirt.
You know what?
Yeah,
I would give it to you if you asked for it. I would.
I would never do that to you.
Okay.
I do want to find a way to send me a picture so I can just copy design.
It glows in the dark. Hey, you know, JC Jesse made it himself. It's pretty cool.
All right, I'll hit him up. I'll get a T-shirt. That was a great time.
Go back and see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to some of those just to
good time.
Have a good laugh.
That was such a fun planning session. I just gotta throw that out there. Like, you guys have no idea how much fun that was.
Oh my god, good times.
It was just as good as you imagined it.
I bet.
Amazing.
I'll get you a song. We'll work on a song.
Promise.
Excellent. Give me something to work on. I'm excited.
All right, Hazel, where can people find you? Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it's okay.
Shit,
Hazel NT, anywhere and everywhere except for Twitch, where I'm the Hazel NT, and I don't stream. So yeah, there you go.
You can find me on Twitter at Todd the Gator. That's GATR. I'm on PS5. Let's see, Steam and YouTube. Gator, GATR, all caps. Don't forget those underscores. Well, before we go, guys, you know what? I don't have one, but I have two Scum Desk Corners, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to pick. And I think I'm going to go with this one.
Hopefully it's the one you started with earlier.
I'm going to go with this one because it's more recent. This one happened just this last week. All right. Uncle Scumdeath, what is going on in the UK today, brother?
Hello. Welcome to Scumdeath's Corner. Oh, well, it looks like I've done it again. I think I've broke my ribs again. For the third time. We went to that water park. Quite close to us. First time I've ever been. And, went down a load of slides, and the easiest one, you sit on a rubber ring, and you go down a flume, and then it opens up into a little body of water, and you float along. Then there's a ridge, which you float, you pull yourself along a rope over this ridge, then you go down another flume, and then into like another body of water. But the second body of water I went down, as I hit it, the rubber ring flung me off forwards, and I landed on the ridge.
Ooh.
By the next flume part, right on my ribs.
Ouch.
Because I broke my ribs twice before, I think I've done it again. In a lot of pain. It's on the same side as I did it last time. But the first time I ever did it, I went to Glastonbury, and my mate Scott, big old unit of a bloke he is. As soon as we got there, he took an acid tablet and started freaking out, and I stood in front of him. He's like, "Hey Lee, check this out." Just punched me straight in the ribs. And I hit the floor. I was like, oh my God, that hurt. So I stood up, said, "What you doing?" And then he punched me again, lifted me off my feet. And then, well, I'd just been at Glastonbury for about an hour or so. So I had to do the whole of the Glastonbury festival with broken ribs in absolute agony. That was a nightmare. And then second time I did it was about 3 years ago. I was cutting this branch off a tree, swung down. I was stood on like this orange bin, big orange bin. Swung down, whacked me in the ribs, knocked me off. I landed on my back. Yeah, I had to have 2 months off work then. You know, all I did was sit down and play Red Dead Redemption, so that helped ease the pain, but I just never wished this on anyone else, and now I've done it again, for fuck's sake. It's just horrible to try and cough or breathe or do anything. Down the woods with the dogs now, and just trying to throw the ball for the dogs, killing me. Well, yeah, I don't know. Well, Here we go again, another couple of weeks of bloody pain for your uncle, eh? Tell you what, it's never easy. You try and enjoy yourself, water slide. There's loads of savage water slides there, and you think, oh, I'll go on the easy one, you know, as all the little kids are going on this tiny one with a rubber ring, and fucking hell. Guess he breaks himself. I whacked my arm on something, so I got a bruise on my arm as well. Just like, oh. So yeah, I was only in the water for about half hour, 40 minutes, then that happened. And that was me out for the day. Everyone else is having a go for the next couple of hours. I just had to sit there and watch everybody. So, it hurt yesterday, but now the second day, I remember it when I broke them with that tree, like, I think adrenaline, when you break something, adrenaline sort of, you don't feel the pain so much, but yeah, I'm really struggling now. I mean, by the time you hear this, it's going to be a week since I've done it. So hopefully, by the time you hear this, I'll be feeling a lot better. So, anyway, I love you all, and I'm going to try and repair myself. So, there's nothing you can do with broken ribs, so you just got to deal with it. So, never mind. Happy days, eh? Anyway, love you all. Stay safe. And watch them bloody flume slides, water parks. They're bloody dangerous. Goodbye. Love you all.
Man.
You can hear the pain in his voice.
He's in pain, and he's still sending a Scumdeath's Corner to us this week.
Oh, you know, he got excited the second he was in pain. He's like, yes, I have something to record for them.
I've got content.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, I don't know how
I feel like he's that kind of guy.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I love that guy. I hope to meet him one day. I really do.
Yeah. I hope he feels better. I mean,
yeah. Oh, that was sent last week when he went to the dog park. So he sent another one for this week, but that'll be for next week. But it's nice to have an extra one. But man, Uncle Scumdeath, have any of you broken your ribs before?
I haven't broken it. No, I mean it's been
do they just?
I haven't broken them.
Do they just like kind of hang there and they just grow back together? I've never broken a rib. I don't know. That's crazy.
Well, it's a bone in your body, and like any other bone, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, if you break them and they're like dangling down or whatever, I don't know. I guess you really can't do anything about it, can you? Shit.
Not really. You just tape them and go on.
Hope for the best. Get a crazy brace on where you can't bend over and hope they do their shit.
That sucks. Thank you, Uncle Scumdeath. Get well, brother. Get well. I think we were talking with him this week. He's getting a little better. So, hey, everyone, continue to be safe out there. More importantly, hey, take care of one another, especially if you break your ribs.
The weight of the world was on your shoulders, and still you triumphed. Marvelous.
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Get toddled.
Motherfucker.
Man, that's great, man. That was a fun night. Hey,
it was a great night.
Hazel lost his internet, had some technical issues, and Fudd was like a champ. He was like Fudd was a champ though, going over the TWAB. I was a scared little boy going, what do we need to talk about in here? And Fudd's like, we got this, man. We got this. So thank you for that, man.
We're gonna plow through this TWAB.
Yeah,
we got it.
Nice. The emotional support he needed.
Exactly.
He was so scared, dude.
I was like, dude, I wasn't prepared for this tonight. And, oh well, technology is technology. Nothing you can do about it.
Exactly. We don't all have, recording studios we can go to. So
exactly.
We do what we can.
Well, thanks for hanging with us, Fudd, man. Another great episode, dude. Another great episode.
It wasn't 4 hours. It was close, but it wasn't quite there.
I told you we weren't going to do that. I told you. I told you it'd be 5 hours. My wife wrote that, by the way, that message. She was in the car. I was driving. I couldn't text and drive. My wife was texting for me. I said, tell him this. And then she puts, it's not going to be 3 hours. It'll be 5. I said, no. If you do it right, you would have sent, it's not going to be 3 hours, send it, and then go ... It's going to be 5. That would have hit him a little bit. Anyway.
It was fantastic.
She's like, dude, I know how to text. I got tech savviness here. Come on. Man, I had a great time at Topgolf tonight. That is fine. I hope to do that again. So.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a good night. I know it's late. Thank you for hanging in there, Hazel. I know it's been a frustrating night, man. Well, thanks, gentlemen. Yeah. I'm going to, I got to do another podcast in the morning, so I'm going to get this taken care of. And yeah, I know. I'm going right to bed. No TV shows for Gator tonight. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Love you.
Have a good one.
Kisses.
Love you, dude.
Thanks.
Smoochies. Mwah.
You're my favorite.
No, you're my favorite.
I thought I was your favorite. Oh, no.
Shadows grow so long before my eyes. Sorry, what are we doing?